Appreciate you, Tanya. Appreciate you. That's why teamwork makes the dream work, right? See? If we didn't have that teamwork, we would just, been rolling with that with no recording. All right. So we are recording right now and live on YouTube. All right. So real quick, guys, I'm going to throw the settings up for you so you guys can either take a screenshot or, write them down. Now, again, remember, guys, my colors, I have them color coded for a reason, and I will explain those colors. But obviously, if you're using a white, if you don't have the black background, right, on your trading view, the colors may not, you know what I mean? Obviously, the whites won't show up on white on white's not going to show. So you may need to, if you want to go by the same colors as me, you don't have to. Just make sure you have the settings, like you know what I mean. So, but it is good to color code it as well. Once I explain that part of it today, you'll see what I mean. Oops. Can I make this bigger? Huh. There you go. There you go. Those are just the blue check marks. And then I'll scroll to the bottom and show you what that is. But when you guys are done with your screenshot, just drop some 7 so I know, and I'll move on and show the bottom. Yeah. Oh yeah. I see what you're saying, Tanya. Yeah, no doubt. I got you. I don't ever use my phone for trading view. I know, some of you guys do, but it's either I'm at my, if I'm not at home, I'm on my laptop. And if I'm at home, I'm in my little trading office, if you will. I got a decent setup, and man, I saw Carrie just got hers. Oh man, I'm so jealous. Oh, I'm so jealous. But I got mine on the way as well. So I'm adding 2 more monitors onto mine. I had to set up on the phone so the computer wasn't working right. No, I get it. I get it. I get it. I mean, I have it on my phone, right? Just in case that would ever happen to me. But yeah, no, I don't. I do know though that you are, that's how it is. I don't know why, but it is a little different. So, all right, go down to the bottom here. Remember, either uncheck the background or have the opacity all the way to the left. You don't want it on because look what happens when you turn it on. You see that? You don't want that because then you can't see your candles. Then the lines start getting confused. So you just want to either take it off or slide it, all the way down, either or. And then just make sure you have prices and levels checked and values right in middle. Again, right in middle, values is what you should always have it on, but right in middle, that'll be up to you guys. If you want those numbers to move to the left side, if it's, that's going to be up to you. But in my opinion, it just makes more sense to have right in middle. All right, guys. And that's it. That's the settings. All right. That's it. And then for those of you that need the fib extension settings, there you go. That's all I use. The 0 and the 1, obviously, those are you need to have that for the top and the bottom. So we really just use these 3 when it comes to the extensions. Okay, the 1.618, the 127, and the 141. And that 1, depending on, some people do, some don't. Sometimes I even do it, but the 1, when you run the extension, that 1 actually will be your TP1, and then TP2 will be the 27 and the 41 and the 1. The ultimate is always the 1.618. So that's the extension. Same thing. Either check it off or bring the opacity all the way to the left, and then same thing. Prices and levels are checked. Make sure reverse is not checked, and then value, and then right in middle. I have the same as the regular retracement. Okay, so that's it there. The lock saves it. No, Remember, hit the drop down right here, where it's on the bottom left corner where it says template. You're going to hit the drop down, then you're going to hit save as, and then you're going to name it. That's all. Yeah. And then every time you pull your fib up, it'll be on that setting until you change it. Like, for example, let me show you. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 8 different Fibonacci settings, but I really only use one. You know, I've tried a lot of strategies in my 2 years, but yeah. So just make sure you do that. Save as, and then name it. And then, like I said, every time you open, even if you shut your computer down or phone off and turn it back on, when you pull up that, when you click to use your fib, it'll be those settings, whatever it was the last time, you know what I mean, your computer was on, or the last time you were into your trading view, until or unless you change it. Okay. And if you do have, you know, say you do have more than one setting saved in there, all you would have to do is just click on your Fibonacci, and then you see this thing pop up, this little thing here, right? You can just run your fib, right? Or you click right here. These are all your templates. And then boom, there they go. Okay. All right. NFL Sunday. Of course, I'm down south, so they don't have my team on Pittsburgh on TV down here. They got the Tennessee game, and what else is on here? That's it. Tennessee and New Orleans. Oh well. All right. Okay, so let's go over the colors real quick on the fib and why we do this. Okay, let's do this. Let's run the fib, and let's. All right. Oops. That color's wrong. Give me 1 second. Why is that? Is it wrong? The 1 is supposed to be turquoise. Sorry. All right. So when you look at these numbers, so we're starting right here where the red is, all the way down to right here where the turquoise, the first turquoise is. Okay. The 1, 2, 4. So your 886 and your 786. Okay. Those zones is gonna be your supply and or demand area. Okay. And what I mean by that is, so if you're looking for, you know, if you're in a selling market, remember guys, we use this in a trending market. Okay. I'll show you how to use it in a consolidating market, but we don't really, you know, I don't really trade consolidation much, right? Some people do, but so it's for a trending market. Okay. For a trending market. Now, if you, the 886 for a sale, if you're in a seller's market, is going to be your supply. If you're in a buyer's market, right, running your fib and getting your setup and looking for the buy, well, then that 886 and 786 is going to be down low instead of up top like it is now. And you'll turn it green and it'll be your demand area. Okay, demand area is where your buyers are going to be sitting. Okay, you're locating the buyers. When you are talking about supply, so your supply zone, that is where the sellers are hanging out. Okay. And the beautiful thing about Fibonacci, when you have somebody that teaches it to you the proper way, like how I was taught, you don't need anything else. Like for real, guys, you don't see me with no indicators. Like there's no need. You don't see all kind of lines on my chart. Now, listen, my team will tell you, those that are on my personal team, I used to be like that. Trust me, they'll tell you in the chat. I had trend lines here. I had this trend line. I'll be honest. But when I finally went through my Fibonacci class, wow, it's crazy how powerful Fibonacci is. Okay, so and those of you asking, yes, I'm teaching smart money, but guys, you got to understand, you can I mean, no one's, twisting your arm to stop you, but if you choose to do that, like before you get the basics down and before you understand Fibonacci, you're only going to screw yourself. Okay. Trust me, because you'll confuse yourself, because I'm going to be honest, smart money is not like the easiest thing to learn. Now, if you learn the basics of trading first, right, and can understand the Fibonacci sauce, well, then when we do get to smart money, it'll be much easier for you to not only comprehend, but for you to actually learn it and put it into action. Okay, guys. So I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page together. I don't want to, like I say, I'm very big on nobody left behind. And I know there's a lot of newer folks, so I don't want to jump to the smart money training. And you know what I'm saying? And then have some folk that's not ready yet. So that's why, for those of you that had been asking, I know you're gung ho to learn it. Trust me, it's gonna turn you into a phenomenal trader when you do learn it. But we want to do it as a team, right? Nobody left behind. So I want to show you these colors, okay, and why they're like the way why they are this way. All right, so your 886, 786 is red only because that's those zones. The color really means nothing. They're red because they're red. Now, everything else, there's a reason. So your 382, your two white lines there in the middle, right? Well, it's kind of in the middle, but the 382 and the 236 in the markets, I don't care what it is, guys. If it's got a chart, this applies. But your 382 and your 236 are what we like to call the red hot or the white hot zones. Now, when I say white hot zones, I do not mean that's where we're taking trades from. I'm just telling you that that's where the markets, when you're in a trending market, that is a white hot zone, man, right? Now, 618, the 50, and the 382. Hear me out, okay? We'll start at the 382, okay? When you are in, a trending market and you're running the fib, okay? We're using our strategy. When price pulls down to the 382, okay? We retraces, hits the 382, and then boom, right? Doesn't go any farther. That's a strong trend. You are in a strong trend. You're going to want to write this down. When you pull back to that 50%, that is what we call a normal trend. So if price pulls back to the 50 and then continues, right? You're in a normal trend. When price pulls all the way back to the 618, now obviously, guys, the way you're looking at this one we're looking at, if you were the way my fibs ran, it's seller. So just these numbers, what I'm telling you is they mean to both, regardless. So if you're in a buy, you're just you're flipping that. It's the way I have it drawn right now is for a sell. So if we were to draw this here, I'll show you. Okay, there's the sell. Let's draw one for the buy. All right. Okay. Same thing. It's just they're you're looking at them differently. Okay, so for example, for a sell, you're pulling up into it, right? You're pulling up into it and dropping. So if we pull to the here, I'll draw it, guys. If it's a little easier, I know sometimes I can. So for example, right? Let's just say the market's coming up. It's coming up, and it hits the 382 and just drops, right? Well, that's a strong trend. It didn't go past the 382, right? If it pulls to the 50, right, and then drops, that's a normal trend. Okay, you guys understand? You with me? Drop me some sevens in the chat if you're with me. So, for example, if we were buying, right, we're looking to come down and pull down into it. So if we pull down and hit the 382 and bounce out, right, that's a strong trend, right? If we come down and hit the 50 and bounce out, that's a normal trend, right? So again, guys, it's the same way. It's just, what are you in? Are you in a seller's market or are you in a buyer's market? Okay. And obviously, which, you know, the way you're running your fib. And if it pulls to the 618, guys, so the 382, strong trend. If it pulls to the 50, it's a normal trend. And this is very important too, because you'll see in a second. When it pulls to the 618, what, buddy? When it pulls to the 618, that is a weak trend. Okay, you are now in a weak trend. Real quick, guys, if it pulls to the 382, what are we in? Let's see in the chat. If it pulls to the 382, what are we in? There you go, Brad. If it pulls to the 38, there you go, Kim. 382, what are we in? There you go, Jimmy. I see you. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. If it pulls to the 6.8, what are we in? If it pulls to the 6.8, what are we in? Yay, there you go, Jimmy. Okay, I see you. I see you. There you go, Brad. There you go, Kim. All right. There you go, Forrest. I see it. Now, if we pull to the 50, what are we in? What are we in? There you go. Normal. All right. Awesome. Okay. Now, here's the kicker. If it pulls, for example, if we're in a cell, right, over here on this side, we're coming up, and it pulls to the 100%. It's a 100% retracement, right? Meaning, remember, you know, when you run your fib, this is where you started from, right? High to low, right? And not, you know, low to high for a buy, high to low for a sell. So if you would pull back to the 100%, or to the one, however you want to look at it, that's a 100% retracement, right? You guys with me? Meaning it pulled back the whole move. It pulled back to where the move started, right? That's a 100% retracement. And what we know about a 100% retracement, when it pulls all the way back to here, what do you think we're in? Who can tell me? This is what we like to call bingo. This is what we like to call a reversal signal. When you pull all the way back, your red flag should go up, right? And be like, uh-oh, we're going to start looking for reversals now. Now, that does not mean the second it hits the 100, oh, shit, I'm going to get in a trade for reverse. No, you still got to wait for it to confirm. But it's giving you, you know, it's giving you added confirmation, right? When you pull all the way back, you better start thinking, this could be a reversal, right? This could be the signal that's telling me we're about to reverse. All right. So now those four numbers are the most important when running the fib when it comes to the retracements. Now, as we know, the 786 and the 886 is very important too, because that's our supply and or demand zone. But when price is pulling back and or retracing, however you want to call it, these certain levels means it means something. Okay, so that's pretty much how you can look at it when using this strategy. Again, we get a pullback, we get a retracement to the 38.2, and it takes off. That's a strong trend. If we get a pullback to the 50%, that's a normal trend. If we get a pullback to the 618, that's a weak trend. And if we pull back the whole way, 100% retracement, well, that's a signal of a reversal about to happen. Does it happen 10 out of 10 times? No, but 90% of the time? Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. 90% of the time. Sometimes, I mean, some people will tell you more than 90. I just like to say 90 just so you guys understand that there is a chance that price won't respect the Fibonacci. But 90% of the time, day in, day out, price will respect the Fibonacci. All right. Everybody with me? Drop me some sevens if you're good. All right. Now, I want to add real quick, to my bad, to finish the colors off, your 50 and your 618 is green and yellow. It's supposed to be both green, but it was just running together for my eyes. So I made one yellow. But the reason why is because that is our golden zone, right? When it comes to Fibonacci, that 50, 618, that is, boxed up, that is the golden zone. No matter what market you're in, a seller's or a buyer's. Okay. But like I said, the only reason why I don't have both green is just, my eye, it was just running together. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to show you a little trick on when to exit. Okay. Now I know that we use the fib extension, right? We run the fib extension to find our TPs. Well, I'm going to show you a little trick that you could use and not even have to run the extension. Okay. Let me show you real quick. All right. So, for example, let's go back to the market so I can show this to you. All right. Oh, by the way, guys, Star Atlas. I remember I told you guys about this one. I saw it respecting our zone more than once. And sure enough, guys, we pulled right back to it and took off. That was a beautiful move. I'm not sure if you guys caught that, but I did throw that out there for you. But if we go back in time, right, always look to the left to see what's going on. It respected more than one time, guys. So kind of gave me, it when it broke through, right? Look what happened. It then became the ceiling, right? Look, ceiling, and then it dropped. Came right back. Look, ceiling, and then dropped. We come back up. We tested. Boom. We came right back underneath. We tested, and then boom, we broke. And look what happened. Then it became the floor, and this was our spot. Boom. Took that entry. Beautiful, right? Now, let me show you something. This is what we like to call the devil's advocate. Okay, I'm going to show you something. We call this the devil's advocate. All right. So I'm going to, let's see real quick. Can't use that. Okay. Let's go here. All right. So when you have a, low to high, right? Let's just say you're in a buyer's market, right? So for example, let's run it.
Never have too much corn. You're right.
Low to high, right? This is the 50. Now, check this out.
Okay.
Once you run the fib and you have your buyer zone, right? Well, then instead of running that fib, now this you don't have to, guys. This is just something, a little tip you could use. Some people do it, some people don't. Instead of running the fib extension, right, to find TPs, you would just ride the trade until it comes to your devil's advocate area. And let me show you how to run the fib to get it. In its space, it's just opposite, right? So if you're in a buyer zone, you ran it the right way for the buyers. Well, all you're going to do to find the devil's advocate is run it as in if you were in a seller's market. So we're going to go top high to low instead of low to high. And you're going to mark the 50 and the 618, and you'll mark that red. What does that mean? Well, that means that's where the sellers usually show up. So sellers showing up, you're in a buy, 2 and 2 together. What's that mean? That's your TP area. That's your exit zone.
Okay.
Make sense? So let me show you. So make sure I didn't lose nobody. You guys with me? You still with me?
Thank you for the word.
All right, cool. All right, so get my fib out and let's go high.
Okay,
Whoops.
thank you, Miss Grocery Store Lady.
To low. Okay. And then you would take the 50. Whoops. And the 618.
I forgot.
Man, I missed my desktop. And turn this seller zone. I'll show you a better example when I get to the Forex pair, and that's what you would do. So now you're in a buyer's market, right? So you hit your buy, but you also found where some sellers are going to show up at. And in this case, they didn't really show up, but look what happened right here in this zone. You struggled a little bit. You started wicking, you hung in here for about 12 hours. This is a 4-hour chart. So 1, 2, 4, 8, 12, 16. So you were in here for almost a whole day before it moved again. Well, in that case, you could have took profit right there. That's the devil's advocate. Okay. This exact point in the market wasn't the greatest situation, but I just wanted to show you how you run that. Okay. Does that make sense? A little foggy. That's all right. It's all good. It's supposed to be, you're newer. It's all good. I'll show it a few times, but I just, like I said, slowly but surely, we're going to continue to add on to this and we're going to jump right into smart money with you guys won't even know it. And you'll see how quick your whole outlook on the markets are going to be like, whoa, I see it. Like, wow. You're going to be able to look at the market and be like, oh, that's the bank. Oh shit, look, that's the bank right there. Well, guess what? If that's the bank, well, then you know what you're supposed to do. And it's what? Ride their coattails. Right. So we're guys, trust me, we're going to get there, but we got to move slowly but surely. Right. We don't want to leave no one behind. I appreciate you, Jimmy. I appreciate you, man. I was like you once. So I know how hard it was for me, right? I was like, I just can't understand it, right? Like people would talk and they would, teach, and it's like, man, this terminology, like I need it dumbed down for me. You know what I mean? So once I finally learned it, now when I teach it, I try to not, be rude, but I try to dumb it down because I know not everybody, understands that professional terminology, if you will. And, but yeah, so I'm glad it's helping, but yeah. So let me show you a better example. It's easier. Whoop. She's there on a Forex pair, and it'll be a lot easier. Watch.
Okay.
You're starting to get it. Hey, Shauna, that's awesome. That's awesome. Shauna, you sent a chart markup. I just want to give her flowers for a minute, guys. She's definitely catching it. Her markup was great. Same thing with Shayla. I want to give Shayla her flowers. You guys are catching it. So just want to give you guys props. Keep it up. If the market is moving quickly, and I don't want to be in a 4-hour, guys, so remember, I'm just on you guys, especially those of you that have been with me, Kim and my personal team, that I stay on the 4-hour and the 1 hour. I'm a swing trade. That's why I like. You can take this on any time frame. Okay. But you always see me marking up on the 4. Sometimes I'll mark up on the day chart. Why we do that? Remember, the higher time frames are giving you the overall move. You need that overall. You need to know the overall. Even if you are going to trade on the 15, you still need to mark up on the 4-hour. Okay, you should at least. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do, but you should, because if you're gonna like for example, I trade on the 15 minutes, so I'm just going to mark up the 15 minute. That's great. But now guess what that just did to you? Now you're marking up the lower time frame, but the overall move is the higher time frame, and you don't know what it's doing. So now guess what happens? You jump in a trade on because you see the 15-minute buying, right? So you jump in a buy, but really the overall trend is a sell. So you just got caught in a pullback. Now hear me out. You're going to get in for the buy. You're going to pull back, and then it's going to make its real move to the downside, but you didn't see that because you didn't look at the higher time frame. Does that make sense, guys? That's like the best way I could put it of why we mark up on the higher time frames. I'm not saying you can't drop down lower and take your trades, and hell, you can go all the way down to the 1 minute and take your entry. I don't, you know what I mean? That where you take your entry is up to you. But marking up on the higher time frame is what you need to do so you can get the overall move. That way, when you do drop down to the lower time frame, if that's what you want to trade, you know what you're taking. For example, let's mark up the 4 hour. Oh shit, the overall move is in a set. Now hear me out. We're in a seller's market. Cool. You're dropped down to the 15-minute because that's where you like to take your trades from. And let's just say that the 15 minutes showing a beautiful buy. Are we taking that buy? Hell no. Why? The trend is our friend. His name is Ben. And what's he do? Gives us Benjis. So we're not going to go against the trend. So even though I'm on the 15-minute, I'm still only going to take sells. Carly, please go in the bedroom, please. So Daddy's done. Oh, okay. Does that make sense though, guys? Right? So Kim, the answer to that is that's totally up to you of where you want to take the trade from. But your markups, yes, they should be on the higher time frame because you want to know the higher, you want to know that overall move. You want to know what the market's doing, and you can't know what the market's doing if you're only playing on lower time frames. Does that make sense? Like even Lewis, right? For those of you who like Lewis, he trades on the 5 and the 10-minute. But trust me, he's getting his look from the hour and the 4 hour. Okay. Tanya, do you open a book and start in the middle? Exactly. There you go. That's a great. Hey, I'm gonna steal that one. I'm gonna steal that one, Tanya. That's a good one. Does it make sense now, Kim? Awesome. Tammy, you got it? Great. Let Martha in. Oh shit! I didn't even know there was somebody in them. No, there's nobody in the waiting room. Nobody's in the waiting room. Yeah, it usually pops up and tells me when someone's there. And no one's there. Tell her to try again. Or is she already in? No, she's not here. Now, if somebody could message her, just tell her try again. We'll get her in. Okay, so great reminder to trade with yes. You always, Kim. I mean, like that's a must. Never, you don't listen. You'll have people out there that tell you, yeah, counter trend. Why? For what? Just to screw yourself? That's because that's what it's doing. I don't care if you're Corey. Counter trend trading is tough. He even says that. So just get in the habit of knowing you're only moving with the trend. That's it. Facts. The banks are too smart to trade against them. You understand what I'm saying here? You got to trade with them, guys. Okay. So get the bigger picture first, then drop down if you're somebody who wants to trade on a lower time frame. And I know a lot of people do because they're able to get that sniper entry. You're able to get that huge risk to reward, like a 1-to-15 risk to reward ratio versus if you took it off the 4 hour or the 1 hour, you'd only get a 1-to-5. See what I mean? So that's mainly what people jump to the lower time frames for, just to take that entry. Now, remember, if your markup is on the 4 hour or the 1 hour and you drop to the 15 minutes to take your entry, you are not taking a 15-minute trade, family. You are still taking that 4 hour and or 1 hour trade. Remember, your analysis was on the higher time frame. You're only dropping lower to take that sniper entry. If that makes sense, drop some 7s. I let Martha in now. She's in now. Sorry, Martha. So if that makes sense, drop some 7s there. Even with scalping, hey, yes, indeed. I don't scalp, but when I did, yep, I'm with the trend. I'm not going against the banks, guys. I just won't. Knowing what I now know, right, and knowing how the markets work and how much they're manipulated, I'm not going against the banks. Period. Right? You're just not going to find me doing it, and I won't teach it. But How you want to trade, that's going to be up to you. If you think that, you can, that's fine. I'm not saying you're going to lose every one, because you will, there will be counter trend trading trades that you win, but you're going to lose more than you win. Let's just put it that way. Okay. When it comes to counter trend trading, that's why we always trade with Ben, right? The trend, his name's Ben, and he gives us Benjis. He's one of our best friends, guys. Right? Ben the Trend is one of our best friends. You're fighting windmills. That's it too. And when you start in the middle, you're damn right. You're fighting windmills. Start at the beginning and go to the finish line, right? Start to finish. You just reminded me, will you teach the sniper technique? Yeah. Absolutely, I will. All right, so everybody's good. Awesome.
Do you want me to make a double?
All right, so and I could probably pull you a great example of why we do not count, why it's not recommended to counter trend trade. I mean, if I would just, back test and look a little bit, I guarantee I could find one for you. Maybe not on this pair, but it's just, guys, it makes more sense. And that's all I'm saying, right? We like to trade smart. We don't like to, and this is just like what they say. There's dumb money and there's smart money. We don't want to be over here on the dumb side. And I'll be honest, most of us, that's where we are. I ain't gonna lie. That's where we are. Why? Because that's what we're being taught. That's where you started at. That's where you don't start learning smart money. Some people do, don't get me wrong, but most don't. They learn how to trade through retail. Then they switch to, they're on the dumb money side, and then they switch to the smart money. So there's two sides, you don't want to be on the dumb side. Let's just, put it that way. Always want to be on that smart side. Okay. And the more we do this, guys, it's going to start clicking. And that's why I like Jay Adams so much, because not only is he a monster, not only is he a beast, not only, in my opinion, is he the best trader Driven has, but he includes smart money, guys. He might not use that terminology, but if you pay attention, he's incorporating smart money. Okay. So he's another, good one to follow. I mean, I know, you guys have your picks and stuff, but Jay's my fave. Jay Adams is Jay Adams, Jimmy. Jay, not JJ, Jay Adams. JJ is Jamari. He's good, but I'm just, Jay Adams is my fave, man. And he's, like I said, in my opinion, he's the best trader on the team. Because he doesn't well, first off, let me just tell you why I think this. One of the biggest things he doesn't do, he does not revenge trade. Nope. You will never catch Jay revenge trading. Never. Other traders, I'm not going to say no names, but we see them doing that, right? But that's one thing Jay doesn't do. He's very, when you explain, like, he just explains it very well. You know what I mean? And when he does give you a setup or a trade, he's going to tell you exactly like why he's in, why he got it, and, whether it goes wrong, in the right way or the wrong way, he's going to explain why it went that way. And I just, if you've ever been on one of his sessions, he just teaches. I just like the way, he teaches. But as a trader, he's definitely one of the best on the team. All right. I mean, Noah's obviously phenomenal, but that's crypto. You know what I mean? They're two different things. You can't even compare. Crypto and Forex, you can't compare because it's just not the same. All right, so let's go back up here. Let's look at some things here. I want to look at the DXY only because, guys, the Forex markets are opening up here in a few hours. Oh, wait, before we do that, shoot. Just want to take a look. So if you guys remember correctly, when at the beginning of the week, when I did my live, guys, we were down here. When you look at the total market cap of crypto, this is where we were.
We have 3 ranch packets. I'll do all 3. Oh, you like it? Yeah, it's all right. Good, right? Yeah, but for 3 of us to eat it, we're gonna eat it.
All right. So that's where we were. Right. So all of this has happened. I mean, the crypto's just going nuts, guys. I mean, right? It pushed all the way up to 2.9, almost 3 trillion. Almost. I mean, we were a hair, right? Maybe, I don't know, a couple hundred pips away from it, not even. So in this next run, it's I think it's going to go crazy. It's going to fly right through that 3 trillion. Okay. So always keep keep an eye on that as well. When you, the total market cap makes a big, helps you out. It helps you, like Noah told you guys on that one on live. It helps you understand where the total, where the market in a whole is going. Even though the whole market's based off of crypto or based off of Bitcoin, right? Usually when Bitcoin runs, other cryptos run. When, this crashes, so there's a lot of correlation, but when Bitcoin is consolidating is usually when altcoins run to the moon. The SEC is supposed to pass BTC spot today. What do you mean BTC spot? You mean futures? I thought they did that last week. Or maybe you're talking about something different. You mean spot trading, Tammy? But we've been able to spot trade. Maybe it's something else. I have to look into that. Yeah, they already did futures. So which one are you talking about, Tammy? Spot trading? We've been able to spot trade. Let me see. Yeah, I have to look that up after the call, or send some info to my DM. I'll take a look at it. Now, look, guys. Here's a good example of devil's advocate. Okay, not spot trading. Okay, spot what? I get nervous when the government puts their hands in something. It's usually to steal. That's what they do, Jimmy. You gotta understand, the government no longer is going to control anything. Again, this goes back to, I'm not going to turn this into an awakening call, but you guys got to really understand what's going on in the world, like for real, because there's a lot, and I know certain people don't because they don't have time. They just worry about their business and their business only. But there's some big things going on in this world behind the scenes that many people will be shocked when it comes out. Let's just say that, and it's coming out as we speak. All right. So do you guys see right here? If I show you right here, okay. So I ran the fib. Okay, this is Bitcoin for a second. Okay, I'm on the 4-hour, guys.
I got you that time.
I think it has to do with NFTs. What about NFTs though? There's a lot that's circulating out there about Bitcoin, doing things with NFTs. But one thing I do know about Bitcoin is there's a project out there. There's a certain coin that is going to change the game of crypto forever. And it has to do with Bitcoin. And the reason I'm saying this is because this project is what's going to, I don't want to say host, but it's what's going to, how to put this? Let's just say this. Smart contracts are coming to the Bitcoin blockchain. There you go. Let's just say it, right? Huge. Huge. Does that mean I'm getting involved in those smart contracts? No, but it's going to make crypto pump like you wouldn't believe, right? But yeah, so it's huge. All right, so if you guys check it out, let's get rid of this line here because this is just my mitigation line. I just said price was gonna come up, mitigate, and sure enough, it did. All right, so if you see here, right? We ran the fib from low to high, right? We were in a buyer's market. Okay, we marked our buyer zone, which you can see right here is our blue rectangle, right? Okay, price dipped down. I then drew top. I went from high to low as if we were in a seller's market, and here's my devil's advocate. Now I know this isn't much, but I wanted to do this just so I could show you guys. And as you can see, it respected that, right? Now, another thing I want to show you, right? When you run the fib, a lot of people are asking, you know, which high, which low. Let me show you something. So let's just say, that none of this was here yet. Okay. I'm just going to box it off. Let's just act like none of that's there yet. All right. So let's just say we're over here. Okay. And we're in this uptrend, right? You see this uptrend we're in, right? Well, if you were to just look at this from here to here, okay, that is in that area right there. If I were to run my fib, looking for the next buy, right? Or looking for the next position that I can take for a buy, it's going to be right here. There's a low. We came up. So you can go from right here to the high. Okay. Now, look what happened. Mark your 6 or 786, 886. Mark your zone. Okay, and look what happened, guys. All right. Okay, so price pulled back. This was our point of interest, right? We hit in here and we was playing. A little run up, right? Not much. Still playing, but look what happened. Respected our demand zone. Respected our demand zone and then took off. Okay, so you know, like I say, not all the time will it respect your golden zone. That's why we always draw our last line of defense, if you will, right? Which is the supply and or demand zone. Okay. Now, in this case, it would be green, obviously, right? For the demand, but you can see price, I mean, literally perfectly. Okay. Now, let me show you this. When you are, and some people even do this during a trending market, but let's just say that you were in, I don't know, let's just say you were in a consolidating market or you were in a trending market, right? Because people always ask, well, why can't I go from the ultimate low to the ultimate high? You can. That's going to give you the overall look, as in not the next move. You see what I mean? Like when you run it from the most recent high to low, that's giving you the very next move. It's giving you a setup for the very next move. You know what I mean? Or whereas when you run it from, you know, low to high, like for example, let me show you. Let's just say, okay, right here. Okay, Bitcoin. I'm on the day chart, but it's just easier to show you on the day. Okay, so the ultimate low. Whoops, would be right here, right? And then that ultimate high is going to be right here, right? Now that's going to give you that overall, but that's not giving you, I don't know how to put this so you understand it. You don't run it from your ultimate low to the ultimate high to catch your next move. Does that make sense? So for example, there are some people that trade crypto who only trade on the day chart or the week the weekly, right? The daily, which I'm on right now, or the weekly, which is here. Now, most of us don't, right? But a lot of people do. So they're going to run that fib from the, from the ultimate low to the ultimate high. Okay. But when we're down here on the 4 hour, the 1 hour and lower, we're intraday, meaning, you're getting in and out on the same day, whether you get in the morning and you get out at night, you're not holding for weeks and days and things, right? Hopefully that made sense. But like, you always want to go when you're looking for that next move, right? Like Litecoin, man, we just crushed it. So let's go ahead and remove this. Let's see if we can't give you a new markup, right? Let me show it right here. So here would be your low, right? I'd run it from here and I'd run the fib up to here, right? Low to high. So I can look for my next buy, right? Because if I go to the daily and look at this overall trend, we're definitely in a buyer's market, right? We're in an uptrend. So go back down to that 4 hour. There'd be my low. I'd run the fib low to high, left to right, and that'd be my high. Okay. Let's run it. Which spot, Shauna? This one here? Because it's the low. It's the most recent low in the market. Remember, when you're looking for it depends on what market you're in. If you're in a buyer's or a seller's, will depend on which way you're going to run your fib. But you're either going to run it from low to high or high to low, and always left to right. Yeah, when you're Jimmy, when you're looking for, when you're looking for that next move. If you're just looking for, like I say, an overall, like on the daily or the week, then yeah, you're not gonna go most recent. You're gonna go overall. So you'll go from the low, the ultimate low, to the, not ultimate high, not most recent. Hopefully that makes sense and I'm not confusing anybody. But to make things easier, you don't really have to worry about the weekly and a daily, because I don't think anybody here trades on that, right? Most of us are trading on the 4 hour or lower. Right now, if anybody does trade here off the daily and weekly, that's cool, but I don't think there is, right? So you're just going to be pretty much worrying about the most recent. Now, remember, guys, not every chart will allow you to run the fib. And that's another thing I want to touch on, because some of you guys are getting that confused, right? You're just going to, any chart you want to go to, and you're just trying to run that fib. Listen, there are times you're not going to be able to run your fib. Why? Because you don't have that low created yet, or you don't have that high created yet. For example, let's just say Litecoin that we're on right now. Okay, let's just say, for example, that this high has not been created yet. And let's just say it's, buying. We're in an uptrend, but it hasn't reached the plateau yet. You see what I mean? Well, in that case, you wouldn't be able to run your fib because you don't know what the high is. Does that make sense? So it did, you know what I mean? Like, it's still currently going, but as we can see, it made a high here. But that's what I mean. There are times you won't be able to run the fib. You'll have to wait until it settles and gives you the high and low for you to run it. Okay. So always remember that as well. Eventually you'll be able to run the fib, but there will be times when you're, on the charts, looking to trade, and you're scrolling through and Euro USD. Awesome. Oh shit. I can't run my fib. They didn't give me my, you know what I mean? If it's in the middle of a move, right, you got to wait until you have that established low and established high in the market to run the fib from. Does that make sense, family? I hope so. It should. I mean, that part is, I had a lot of people asking me, hey, I'm trying to run my fib, but I don't know where to run it from. And then they send me the chart and I'm like, well, that's why, you don't have a high yet. It's still in its move. Or if it was selling, you don't have that low yet. It's still in its move. Okay. But as long as you have that, established low and high in the market, then yeah, you can run it for the next move. You can always run an overall fib because you always have a low and a high. But I'm meaning, using how we use the strategy for its next move, you have to make sure you have that established high and low. Right. Now, let me show, for example, when you have the, let me go back to the markup on, was it Ethereum? Nope. Maybe XRP. All right. So XRP. Okay. So you had it gave you 2 entries, guys. Right. So you came in right here. Most of us probably missed this one because I don't think we ran the fib until from here. We ran the fib from here to here. I'm almost positive we did. Or it was from this low to this high. Then it went up, came back in, literally wicked for another entry. So if you would have had a limit, a limit order sitting there pending, waiting, that wick activated it and you instant profit. You didn't draw down at all. You went boop, boom, shot right back out. And then we've been doing this ever since. Okay. I'm on the 4-hour. It's starting to create a flag. Okay. So just like Tanya said, XRP, it's going to jump, definitely going to jump, especially with what's going on in with the financial system of in the world. XRP is going to jump like out the gym, but sometimes it'll hit your zone perfectly, guys. And there's times where you got to wait 3-4 days before it actually makes the real move. Okay. So always, especially with crypto. Now, when you're using it on the Forex markets, they're moving, whereas crypto, there's times crypto, you could go all day and the price of Bitcoin stays where it's at. You know what I mean? It don't move, even though the markets are open. So crypto is more of, I don't know how to put it, more laid back, if you will. It's not as, I don't know. I don't want to say that because it is, but I was going to say it's not as happening as Forex, but it is. It's just in its own little way. But the market's moving. The Forex markets constantly move. Yeah. Yes, Jimmy. Absolutely. So, right. Exactly. Historical lows and highs. Right. You're just, as long as you have your most recent move. Remember, though, you got to be in a trending market. If you're not in a trending market, don't even try to. You can use it, but the strategy is not going to give you the results as they do when you're in a trending market. Okay, so when you're in a consolidating market, you can use it, but you're not running when you're in a consolidating market, you're not going to run the fib for an entry. You're going to run the fib to find out where your buyers are hanging out at and where your sellers are hanging out at. Okay, because when you're consolidating, all you're doing is creating orders. Up high, you got orders up here and you got orders down below. And if your price is just consolidating right in between there, okay, let's just say here's your zone and price is just, that's all it's doing, creating orders. Another word for liquidity. It's creating liquidity on the top. It's creating liquidity on the bottom. And when the markets or when the banks are ready to move out of that consolidation, you will always see a smart money move. Every single time a market is in consolidation, you will see a smart money move coming out of it. At all times, right? That's what really started opening my eyes up to the smart money concepts. I started noticing that movement before I started learning smart money. And then when I learned smart money, oh shit, that's what that movement is. Oh wow, that's what that manipulation is. Oh shit. You know what I mean, guys? So it all comes together. This is not a get rich overnight, but if you take notes and apply the notes that you're taking, right? And take action, you guys are gonna be amazed on the success that you will have, like Corey says, like, all the trader, they're not lying, guys. I mean, this literally is a blessing, but you got to treat it like one. You can't half-ass it. You got to really, like, this ain't no joke. You know what I mean? Okay, so oddball question. If the market is sideways and then goes big one way or the other, can we use the sideways moves as our high or our low? I wouldn't. No, I would not. Because what you're doing there, by the question you just asked me, Jimmy, what you're doing there, you're going to get caught in between the banks and the retails. And guess what? You'll get stopped out. So no, you want to wait until the banks establish themselves. Remember, they're the market makers. They move the markets, period. So once you understand that manipulation, then you'll yeah, you don't want to do that. You'll just wait, right? Then mark your fib, then you make the move. But for example, let me just show you, like for what I was just talking about, right? Let's just say this here, and let's do this. You just got price pinging and ponging, right? All the way inside here. It's never broken out of here. Okay, you got equal highs, equal lows, and price is just moving to the side, right? And then the banks decide in 100 or not at all. Wait, what? Are we getting rich over time? The great foundation, so we'll stay for long term. Yes, exactly right, Shauna. You understand now. Awesome, Jimmy. What platform do you use to trade your altcoins? I use KuCoin. I trade all crypto on KuCoin, nothing else. All right, so looky here. You have this happening, right? Eventually, the banks are going to decide that enough liquidity has been built and they want to take the money. Okay. Now, they're not just going to move one way. They're going to move one way, but they're going to take the liquidity from both sides first. Now, watch. Let's just say that their ultimate move, they want to go to the upside. Here's what's going to happen. They're going to go like this. Boop, with a huge wick. I mean, I'm talking huge wick, real fast. And then boom, right back up. But they might not go through. They might come right back into here, give you a retest, right? They'll test and then make the real move to the upside. Now, what did this move right here just do? What did that just do right there? Who can tell me in the chat? What did the banks just do right there? Yeah, some coins aren't on KuCoin, guys. Some. If they're not on KuCoin, I don't trade them. There are some coins that I will give you, looks on that aren't on KuCoin, and that's just because they're good projects. And I don't want to, for those of you who really like crypto, I like to give you the good sauce. Not all coins are tradable, but all coins are hodl. You can hodl, right? But there's not many that aren't on KuCoin. Let's just put it that way. Only a few. And yes, Atlas is not on there. Atlas. So guys, remember what I told you about the metaverse coins? If it's a metaverse coin, it's a hodl. It's a long-term project. It's a hodl. So your Mana, Decentraland, your Star Atlas, your Engine, Sandbox. That's long-term projects. Hold, just like you did for years and years and years with Bitcoin, right? Exactly. My words. You're damn right. You will never catch them leaving money on the table. They leave it, but they always come back to clean it up. They'll never end a session with money. You know what I mean? They're not going to, trust me. They're taking it. It's just a matter of when will they come back to get it. That's why when you can understand that and you're able to identify where money was left, right, on the table, that right there tells you, guess what? The banks are coming back because there's money sitting here. So when you can identify that, gives you a little edge, doesn't it? Exactly. Not only did they grab the cash that they left on the table, but what else did they do? What else did they do, guys? What's the one thing I'm looking for? And yes, correct terminology, Brad, is liquidity grab. Exactly. But what else did they do? What did they do? What did they do to all the retail traders? What did they do? They took them out. You're damn right. They stopped them out. They all lost money. So the banks, not only did they take their money, right, here that they left on the table, not only did they make that move down to take whatever money they grabbed from there, but they also stopped all those people that were down here waiting on orders, right, to sell. They activated their order with this wick right here, and then boom, stop them out. So the banks, guys, when they get money all the way around the board. They're not just taking money off their move. They're getting their move. They're getting the retail traders' money, and they're picking their money up that they left. But those of us who trade smart money, we're just watching all this happen, and we're waiting for this move right here. Boom. And then they test, and boom, we ride their coattails, and we ride them because of what? This move here is what, guys? This is the official move. This is the real move. This here was all the manipulation. This is the manipulation. This is the real move. Y'all get me? Y'all starting to make sense a little bit? Right? It should be, right? You can start to see a little bit what I'm talking about when it comes to the how crazy and how serious the manipulation is. That's the markets. Literally, the markets are moved by manipulation. It's the banks, right? So that's what you got here. Here's the manipulation, fake move, stealing all the money, and taking their money that they left on the table, and then boom, we pushed it right back up in our face, jammed it right in our face. We come right back into the zone, gave us a test, and boom, there's the real move. Right? That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, literally, that's smart money. And I mean, that's how smart money to a T. That's how it works. Now, there's way more to it than just understanding that part of it. But if you can understand that part of it, guys, when I start showing you and teaching the smart money, you guys are going to be like, oh my goodness. You're going to be mind blown. It's going to make so much sense. You're going to be able to plug right in, right? So there's a process, but I'll teach it the proper way. At least I'll teach it the way I was taught, and I was taught the proper way. So at least I think I was. No, I know I was, but it's going to start making sense, guys. Okay. It may already, right? For some of you that had been trading for a while, this may be making sense, right? I know a lot of my personal team who's been with me for this whole 2 years. It's definitely making sense for you guys. You know, you guys are seeing it, and that's awesome. A lot of you, the newer people, guys, it's not supposed to make sense right away. Always understand. It didn't make sense for any of us right away. We all went through the stage of knowing nothing, the stages of, man, this sounds like a foreign language, right? The stages of, I can't do this, I'm going to quit, right? We've all been through it. But what you have to promise yourself is that you will not quit, no matter how hard it gets. Because guess what? When you get on the other side, it's what's called freedom. Freedom, right? It's right on the other side, guys. Literally, it's on the other side. But the reason why only 5% control the world's wealth is because why? 95% quit. Well, we don't quit here, ladies and gentlemen. Something we don't do, right? Kev, Lewis said the markets are rigged. Big time. That's what he's talking about, Jimmy. Yes. The banks control the markets, manipulation, smart money. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, absolutely. Remember what I said, guys. Now I stopped doing it up about 2 weeks ago. I stopped doing it, but up until that point, I took every single one of his losses, and I went back and I wanted to see what went wrong. Every single one of Lewis's losses, he was beat by smart money. The banks took the money from him. Those losses that he's given us and he's called out, every one of them, guys, I shit you not. Smart money, smart money. Now I stopped doing it 2 weeks ago only because I don't take the calls no more. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's powerful. That's why I say it. Jay Adams is such a beast because he trades retail, but I don't know how to describe it. I guess I don't know what they call. There's a name for it, but I don't know what it's called. But there's a certain name for somebody who trades retail and smart money, and that's Jay. That's what he does. He does it so well, but I forget the actual name. Now, I'm not saying Lewis is a bad trader. Clearly, he's not. I mean, he does private equity. He's one of the best. But those losses, they were losses because of the smart money. Okay, so for the confirmation candle on the example that you use with XRP, I would wait for the 4-hour candle to open and close up the top pink line. Let me wait. XRP, we're pink line. What are you looking at, Kim? If you have a different chart than me, can you post it here in the chat so I can pull it up? Because I don't see the pink. I might have gave you the look I gave you before might have had that. I do remember removing it, but that pink line was nothing. That was just there because I had that marked because that was a smart money in the past. So that pink line means nothing. Okay, is stopping us out the same as stop loss? Yeah. It's just exactly. Your stop loss got hit, right? The bank stopped you out. They drove price down to your stop loss. Exactly. What you got to understand, guys, is the banks, they see the order books. They know where every single order in the market is sitting. They have access to that, right? That's why they're able to do what they do. So when you know that and when you understand it, it'll all come together. Like I said, when I start teaching it, but that's exactly it right there. Right. It's just another word for you using a stop loss, right? And damn it, my stop loss got hit. That's what I mean when I say that. Yes, the banks came down and stopped you out. That's what it means. So hopefully, Shauna, did that help? Being stopped out means you lost the trade. That's what it means. Being stopped out is it hits your protection area. For those who don't use stop losses, stop doing it. You're killing yourself. Trust me. Parameters are set for a reason, right? And stop losses is what is your protection. And what I mean by that is your protection from blowing your account. Your protection of having it be a small loss versus a gigantic loss. Does that make sense, Shauna? Absolutely, Forrest. Several times. You're damn right you did. Absolutely. Okay, if this is a stupid question, there's no question that's a stupid question. So, nope. With me before I even read it. Nope, it's not. But is there a way to see this move coming? Yeah. That's how I trade. Yeah, hell yeah, there is. That's what I'm talking about, guys. I'm teaching it the proper way. I'm not gonna go ahead just because one person's ready. We will learn it when everybody's ready. But yes, that's Jimmy, what I mean by smart money concepts. That's what it is. You are trading smart money, meaning you are trading like the bank. And basically, you're trading with the bank. So yes, seeing the move come, you know when the move's coming. You know listen, I can tell you where the banks are going to pull back to and mitigate which order block they're going to mitigate before they even mitigate it. So yeah, you can see it. Absolutely you can. And I'm going to teach you guys, man. Absolutely. So no, the example you had with pink and red lines. Shit, which chart was that? You may have to send that back to me, Kim. If you could just go, do you know how to do that? Just pull it up, copy it, and then put it in the chat here. And then I'll click it. It'll bring that chart back up. He is looking at the candle with the long wick. What do you mean, Brad? This here? What are you saying? I'm confused. Or maybe you're answering somebody else in the chat.
I think he's answering someone's question.
It wasn't on the specific chart. You were using it to show us the fake moves. And then, you mean just now, Kim, or was this on an older session? Because I'm confused. I'm sorry. No doubt, Shauna. You're welcome. Yes, listen to Kevin. Thanks, Shayla. Thank you. Thank you. Kevin knows. Listen to him. Thanks, Martha. Trust the process. That's it too, man. That was my biggest mistake. I wasn't trusting the process. I'd get into a trade and I'd see it, not doing what I wanted to do, and I'd get out. And then guess what? I'd get out, and then what happened? It went my way. Why? Because I wasn't patient. I learned patience in the markets, right? I'm telling you right now, you got to be patient in the markets. And you will also have to eliminate family members to learn the skill set. Always understand your family may not be on board with you. You may catch shit for doing what you're doing. Question is, how bad do you want it? You know what you want in life. You know what your goals and dreams are. Again, there's just people out there that don't agree with it. They're going to tell you that corporate America is the only way to go, and that's the way it need to be. You get a job, go to work for somebody else. But you guys understand that's not the way. Okay. I can't pull it up since you deleted the example. Okay, so Kim, is this like an older one, or did I show it just now? I'm confused because I'm not sure which one you're looking at. Take a screenshot and send it to my DM if you can do that, and I'll look at it that way. Because I'm not sure what you're saying there. It was the one where you show us the fake move and then the smart move. I think I know what you're talking about. Give me a second. I know shitty freaking calls them and I'm amazed. Just now. Oh, okay. I got you, Kim. That's what I thought. I thought you were talking about an older previous live. Yeah, I got you. Give me 1 second. I have now learned to trust the process these last 2 weeks. It's a great life lesson in general as well. So applicable all around. Absolutely, Shanna. All right. So Kim, you're looking at where was I? Oh, no, this was just me drawing it. That's all. I was just showing you what the banks do. You come up, you build orders, equal highs, equal lows. It's all up in here. It's consolidation, right? And then it finally gets to the point where the banks say, okay, I want to make my move. And they see enough liquidity in their eyes. You won't know, like they're not going to tell you, okay, I'm looking for this much liquidity. It's just when they're ready. But you're going to know when they're ready because you know which moves to look out for. And in this case, they were ready. And they went, boop, right? This stopped everybody out down here, right? Because everybody down here had sell orders. Remember, so this bank impulse move just activated their sells, took them into a profit just a tad, and then what they do? They shoved it right back in your face. Boom! We're up into here. Now guess what? Everybody down here, they just got stopped out. And then boom, the banks come right back into their consolidation area. They're going to give you the test, and then the real move happens. This is the move they wanted to the upside. That's what I was showing there, Kim. And this here
Oh, wow. Steelers are on.
is the manipulation.
Are they on right now? Yeah.
This
10,
right here,
quarter. Oh, shit.
yeah, they're not on TV.
Oh.
We're down south. We're not at home.
Well, I didn't know.
So this is the real move. That's it. So did you guys, does that make, did that cover it, Kim? All righty. There you go. I asked to unmute. Go ahead.
Thank you very much for letting me jump in and ask.
No problem.
Okay, so in this hypothetical situation, we know from looking at the overall trend that it would be a buy. Okay, so as we're going through and the price is jumping back and forth between the pink lines, and then we see the big dip, right?
Right.
And then we're like, okay, there's that big dip. And then we know it's going to shoot to the moon at some point. So then my question is, pretend these are like 4-hour candles. So then I'm looking for a confirmation candle that opens and closes above that top pink line before I get in for the buy. That's my question.
There's your confirmation. Remember the retest.
Okay.
We shot back in.
Yeah.
Remember, we shot back in and it gave you the test right here. You tested and then shot to the upside. So your entry would have been on the retest.
Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
because of the big dip before.
Right.
I know
Because of
that
the
it's safe to
right.
enter.
So yes. So if these were candles, right, and I'll go show you on the live market as well after this. But if these were candles, right, what we like to call the banker's candle is this one right here. Okay, that was the false move. Then you come back up into your consolidation area, right, and this right here was your retest, and then your entry would have been on the candle closure of the test. So you would have caught this whole move. And I'll show it on a live chart as well with candles. But yes, that's exactly what that was right there. So your confirmation that you were looking for would have been right there. And then, on that candle closure of the retest, on that very next candle is when you would have got in. And I'm going to, like I said, I'll go to the live chart and show, candles wise too. I just wanted to kind of give you a draw up so you can kind of know. So like when you see, so let me take this off. We'll go back to the live markets and I'll show you. So like when you see like this right here, this was clear manipulation. I can tell you right now, just by looking at it, this was a bank right there. Okay. And how I know that is check this out. Look to the left and look what you had right here, guys. Check this out. Whoops. Why does it do that? Get this damn thing out of here. Why is it's not supposed to be here? Put this somewhere else. I don't know why it does that. All right. So you had this right here. Oops. Now watch. I'm going to label it. Why does anybody know why I put this here? And how does this here help me know that this is smart money? Does anybody know? Drop in the chat and then give it a few seconds and then I'll give you guys the area. Keep retesting that area. Yeah, I know. You could look at it that way, and I'll explain that in a second. It says good question, Forrest. Let me see where's Forrest's question at. Okay, do bankers sometimes do a second fake move? So not often, but yes, it can happen. It can happen. That's why we wait, right? That's why you never just get in. You always have to wait on the candle closure, right? You need to wait for the confirmation. We don't just get in because we say, oh shit, look, the bank started moving, so I'm just going to get in now because they're probably going to. No, we gotta wait for the confirmation, and that's that's honestly sometimes the hardest part for people. Not understanding smart money. It's not understanding how to trade. It's understanding how to identify my confirmation. Well, how do I know? Why is it this candle and not that candle? And you know what I mean? And I'll touch on that in a second as well. Okay, lower lows, imbalance need to be filled in. Okay, look at that. That's what I was looking for. My man Brad, man, one of my best students, man, A plus. I'm telling you right now, Brad has been just crushing it. Okay, so guys, what you saw here was equal lows. Okay, so before this happened, okay, so before I'm going to show you. Let me take this off. So before this happened, right? Any of this, okay? All you had were these equal lows. And underneath equal lows, you also had an imbalance in the market that needed to be filled in. Here's your imbalance in the market. Now, guys, all imbalance, I know a lot of people struggle with this, and I did in the beginning as well. But when you hear the word imbalance, or when someone says imbalance in the market, all you simply need to look for to identify it, just like this right here. This right here is an imbalance in the market. Look, here's another one right here. right? But why do we say that's an imbalance? Is because an impulse move, it can be to the downside or it can be to the upside, but it's an impulse move that has yet to be filled in. And what I mean by filled in is, for example, if our imbalance is right here, right? Remember, the market's moving left to right. That's why we run our fib left to right. So by being here and seeing this, well, let's look. No candle, no wick, no nothing has come lower than this, which means it has not filled this in yet. Until when? Right there. This wick dropped down. And if I put a horizontal line, look guys. Oops. Oops. Sorry, make it. There you go. Right. So if I move this, I move this out of here. That pink line filled in that imbalance, right? So now this is no longer imbalance because we have candles, right? It doesn't have to come to the bottom. What I can tell you about an imbalance in the market and what you should know is price will always fill it in and also will always come to at least 50% of the imbalance. In this case, it filled it in 100%, but it will always at least come to the 50% of the imbalance. And how you figure that out is, find your imbalance. You can stretch your market out. You can use your fib or the price range tool. And you can just start at the imbalance, the wick to the bottom of the imbalance. Oh, my bad. Not the price tool. My bad. The gone box. That's right. My bad. The gone box or the fib. I just like using the fib. So we bring it right to the bottom of the imbalance. Which is the 50. Will always come to at least the 50, right? Which would have been there. But as you can see, it came all the way down, right? But that's what I mean when I say it'll come to at least 50% of the imbalance. And if you remember, Corey always says that as well. So that's how we know that was an imbalance, is because there was nothing filling it in to the right. There has been no price action that has came, to clean this up or fill it in until this. And the fact that it was a big wick, right? It wasn't normal price action. That was an impulse to the downside. That was the banks that forced it down there because obviously they saw the order books. They seen the orders. That's what you have to understand about the banks. They can see the order books. We can't. Okay. They know where every order is sitting in the market. Right. I know it sucks, but that's just how it is. So what did this do? Not only did it fill in, this is where the smart money comes into play, guys. Not only did it fill in the imbalance, but what else did we do? Bingo. We canceled out all those equal lows. We took out all the equal lows and we created, well, no, because we didn't create a new low because that low, this is still a low that hasn't been filled in, but it took out all the equal lows with this bankers movement or smart money manipulate, however, whatever you want to call it, right? Manipulation, the banks, smart money, whatever you want to, call it, institutions, whatever. That's what that was right there. It pushed it down. And what happened after we did that? Immediately back to the upside. Again, I hate not answering questions. So I did just go in a direction where some of you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but I wanted to answer your question. But we'll get into all that, guys, when I start teaching the smart money. It'll make sense. But we can't get there until everybody understands the basics and the Fibonacci, right? Once you get that fib sauce down, then we can move on. Because, again, that fib sauce is actually incorporated into the smart money. But again, guys, once you understand that, right, there is no, getting stopped out because of the banks. There is no more. Understand, there's no more. Once you learn smart money, you won't go back. I can guarantee that. You will never go back to being a retail trader. Why would you? When you understand that the banks are who controls the markets, and you're able to move with the banks, why would you want to move any other way? Right? Because the banks win every single day. So if you can move with the banks, you're going to win every single day. All right. Now, trust me, everybody loses. I don't mean you're going to be perfect, but you're going to win way more than you lose, and you're going to probably win way more than you win now, right? So, Kev, on the candle, body or including the wicks? When you measure the imbalance, yeah, you include the wick. Now, a candle closure, when you're looking for a candle closure, remember, it's not the wick. It's where the candle closed. So, for example, let me zoom in right here, right? So you see these two candles where their wicks came down? Well, the actual closure is here. See what I mean? So when you are looking for a candle closure, I'll always understand it's the actual candle closure, not the wick. Even though there's a wick on it, the candle still closed up here. So, the bottom of the body. Or for a buy, you want to go to the top of the body for a bullish candle. Okay. Got it. Awesome. Awesome. I know it is it's very crazy, Martha, right? When you really understand the manipulation and this has been going on for years and years and years. I mean, since the markets have been the markets, right? It's crazy to see. But also when you're awake and knowing what's coming, there's going to be no more manipulation, guys. So my question is, what's going to happen then? None of us know until it happens. Unfucking real how you just cleared that up. Ladies, I apologize for the language. Hey, man, Jimmy, I'm glad you got it. That's all. I'm glad someone was able to help you understand it, man. Because certain things, and even little things, are like the littlest, right? The littlest thing could be the difference of you being profitable or not in the markets. It's crazy, but like when I first started, I couldn't win I couldn't do nothing right. And I'm like ready to tell my wife, like, this ain't for me, babe. I'm about to quit this shit. I'm going back to smart contracts. I can't tell you how many times I said that. And it was the littlest thing. I just had a tweak. And it was the difference of being profitable or not. It was the difference of quitting and or staying. Like, so yeah, understanding things, the right way, guys, will go a long, long way. And like I say, I try to explain it easy, right? So the newer folks can understand it still, because I know when I was brand new, I couldn't understand. I didn't know none of the terminology. What the heck, But I just kept plugging away, guys. I just kept plugging away. I said, I'm not giving up because I know the outcome of this. The reward is far too greater to give up, right? Can't do it. So after the bank's fake move, do we enter after the close of a candle one time hitting the structure of our zone, or do we need to wait for more than one hit to then take the trade? So if I understand your question correctly, you can have multiple hits of the structure, right? Just like when you're trading regular retail, when you're trading the BRC, like how I used to trade: break, retest, correction. You get in on the correction, not the hit of a structure. Does that make sense? So it would be the candle closure right before the correction. So it's basically, if you're watching it, right, and you don't have like an order set, like a pending order, then you're going to get in the second you see the correction happening, right? That means that touch prior, the candle closure prior to that was, you know what I mean? The one. But what most people do too is, like I said, they have pending orders. They'll have their orders pending, and you know, it wicks, boom, activates their order, or it pulls back down, boom, it activates their order. But even though price hasn't took off yet, it's still, you know, hitting. Well, their order's already active. You know what I'm saying? Versus the person who's literally just sitting here staring at the chart. Oh, come on. You know what I mean? So I know we're not there yet. I know probably a lot of you don't set pending orders, but we're going to get into all that, you know, down the road, you know, shortly down the road here. But here's what I like to say about pending orders. Pending orders is what allows you to have your freedom. And I mean your time freedom. Okay. Pending orders is what allows you to not have to sit in front of the freaking computer or phone all day long. Pending orders is what allows you, you see what I mean? But you know, you won't start using pending orders until, you know, you grasp it a little better, I should say, right? Don't make the mistake I did. I started using pending orders way too early. I started using pending orders before I should have. And I was losing so much money because my trades would activate. I'd be sleeping. I'd wake up and they're all hitting stop loss. I'm like, what the, but I was putting the pending orders in the wrong place, right? I didn't know that, you know? So, you know, that's why I always say I've made so many mistakes. I hope you guys don't, you know, I don't want you guys making the same mistakes. You know what I mean? All right. Yes, I got it. Awesome. Okay. So okay, I got that question. Oh, no, this is a new one. Okay. Once the fake move comes back in the zone and then hits the support, an example that you said, we then make the move. So we do not need for it to hit the support a second time. Again, remember, I said, it depends. Sometimes you'll hit 8 times, right? You'll just keep hitting it until boom, it takes off. And then other times you're going to tap it one time and boom, the thing takes. It's just the markets. I mean, you know, but that's where the pending orders will come in and stuff like that. But if you are, like in your example, sitting there watching it happen and you see it hit, like I said, you're going to wait for the correction and you'll get in, boom, on the correction. And like I say, as the markets open this evening, I'll be showing you, you know, throughout the night, I'll be dropping some stuff into the Telegram. I plan on trading tonight, guys. So I'm not, you know what I mean? I plan on being on the charts tonight. So I'll probably be able to give you guys some examples and markups and stuff like that. But it'll all come together. You know, you never want to, how to put this? You don't want to put yourself into what they call, what's the word for it? Overload, or in other words, you don't want too much information. Do you see what I'm saying? You don't want to take in too much because then you're overpowered with there you go. Information overload. That's it, Kim. You don't want to do that. Not in this industry. As much as you think you want all the information you can get, I did that. And let me just say, so much of the information that I was taking in and following was actually hurting me because I had too much and I didn't know, you know what I mean? You get to the point where you have so much and you have notebooks beyond note and you're just like, oh my goodness, where do I even start? You see what I mean? Yes. Paralyzing by analyzing. I love that. Yeah, that's what it is. So you kind of want to, I'm not telling you to stop doing what you're doing, but just try not to take in so much. Like, you know, some of you are asking questions and you're going down a rabbit hole that you're just not ready for yet. You know what I mean? Like, so just always focus on the task at hand. Okay. Trust me, it'll come. It's patience, but it'll come, man. You know, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm at the point where, you know, I'm ready to make millions. You know what I mean? I'm ready to destroy these markets, but the capital is the issue. You know what I mean? I'll be honest. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. If I had more capital in my account, it's game over. I'm at that stage. Am I a master? Am I a beast? I like to say I'm a beast, but am I a master? Hell no, not yet. I'm a student every day when it comes to the markets, but I'm in a situation and position to trade my ass off and be very, very profitable. You know what I'm saying? So, it's everybody's on their own journey, guys. Everybody has their own journey. Everybody has, some people have more capital than this person. This person has, 10,000 in their account. This person has 1,000, I have 2,400 and then the next person has, 18,000. It's just your journey is your journey when it comes to the markets, if that makes sense. Right. So don't get caught up on, for example, okay, shit, Sherry Beth's got 30,000 in her account. Don't get caught up on Sherry Beth's $30,000 account when you only have $800 in your account and think that you can't produce like Sherry Beth produces. I always understand it's all about risk management. Okay. So if you understand that part of it, you can still take the same trades as a millionaire takes. Right? It's just your risk to reward, your lot size. It's just going to be different. Does that make sense? Like, we're all on our own journey and we can all make the same amount of money, if not more than in the next or whatever, if you understand that part. And that's the biggest part of trading, because when you understand risk management, and I know I've touched on this before, guys, but you can literally only be 33% accurate and be a millionaire. Why? Because you only need to win 33% of your trades to be profitable. If, and this if's a big if you practice proper risk management. That's powerful. 33%, right, is all you need. 33%. I mean, guys, that's fucking winning 3 out of 10 trades. That's terrible. But you can be very profitable doing so. Why? Because risk management. So it's huge. Corey said it. Lewis, I mean, they all say it, right? All the masters in the company, everybody, it's very important, guys. Took me a while to understand that too. I wanted to throw standard lot sizes when I had a fucking $200 account. You know what I mean? Like, over leveraging, that was my middle name. But I'm gonna tell you something. It does nothing but hurt you. So definitely practice proper risk management. It's so key. I mean, it's powerful. Yep, you're damn right, Jimmy. Number one rule. You're right. I believe it's, if you look at, I forget what he calls it, the alpha list or something. Corey's trading plan. It's listed. I mean, it's in there, like, big and bold. You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter if you have $80 million in your account or 1,000. It don't matter where you are in your trading career. It don't matter if you have been trading for 20 years or 1 year. You will always practice and follow proper risk management. Don't matter how good you are. I don't care if you're Warren Buffett. You're gonna practice proper risk management. There you go. There you go. There's a good example. You took 3 trades. You won 1 trade for 300 and you lost the rest. But if you practice proper risk management, you only lost a total of $30 on those 2 losing trades. So now you end the day $240 in profit. There you go. Right? That's a perfect example. I like it. Can you explain how the yellow line at the bottom? Oh, that's just my RSI, guys. That's if you guys remember for those of you who went through the back office training, Corey mentioned 2 indicators that almost every single trader uses. And that's why I even told you guys, I don't consider them an indicator, because they're normal. They're on everybody's chart. And that's the MACD and the RSI. And you don't change it. You just turn it on. The settings are default. So I just changed my colors. That's all. But yeah, this is just the RSI. My purple line in the middle, that's the 50. My red line up top, when price is up top, that's telling me we're oversold. And we're going to look for we're overbought, and we're going to look for a sell. When my RSI is down here on the green line, right? Touching it or past it, well, then I know we're oversold, and I'm going to be looking for buys. It's just to help. You don't trade solely off of the RSI. It's just something you incorporate into. And again, we'll get down that road as well. But yeah, nothing nothing that's going to prevent you from doing, that's just, you can use it or not. Most traders do. And it's like I said, it's used strictly for that, to know when you're overbought and oversold. And RSI stands for Relative Strength Index. Can you explain why you use KuCoin? Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna explain it real easy. MT4 is leverage trading. We don't leverage trade cryptos. That's it there, Kim, in a nutshell. And the difference is KuCoin, we are spot trading. MT4, we are leverage trading. So way less risk, basically. And we can make the same amount of money, if not more, than those who do leverage trade versus those who spot trade cryptos. Now, we only do that for crypto, but Forex and your commodities and indices, yeah, you have to use MT4. But cryptos, you don't. You can leverage trade or spot trade. So the difference between it, you're just less risk. You're not, you lose a leverage trade of crypto, you're blowing your account. If you lose a spot trading, you're only losing 1%. That's very easy, Kim. That's basically in a nutshell. It's what it is there. Yeah, look at it just like that. Because why I say 1% is you're only, well, I should say between 1 and 3, because you're taught. And I know Noah on his crypto classes, he says it, and I know I tell my team, you should never ever be trading more than 3% of your account on any trade, right? So, for example, if you're taking a trade on Ethereum, right, and you only have, say, $1,000 in your trading account on KuCoin, well, you're not, You're only going to go between 1 and 3% of that 1,000 per trade. Does that make sense? So if you lose on a spot trade, when you're spot trading, you're not going to lose. You're only losing 1%, 2%. You're not going to lose that whole account. If you are trading crypto with leverage and lose, look out, right? It could be a disaster. So yeah, it's just to help on the risk, pretty much, and to make it safer, honestly, to trade cryptos. And still allow you to experience the gains. That's basically it, right? Yeah, no problem. You're welcome, Kim. All right. So any question on crypto? Can we dive into Forex now? I'm going to show the DXY and just see what I'm looking at for this week. Opening here in 2 hours? Market's open, 3 hours. Can you explain the difference between leverage trade? Oh yeah, I got that one already. So if there are any questions, go ahead, drop them. If not, we'll go ahead and move on to the DXY. DXY, for anybody who don't know, is just a dollar index. So if you see Mana, why is my mouse? I need a mouse pad. That's why. Oh wow, look how much better it is on freaking. So I didn't get a chance to get in Mana like I wanted to, right? It came down and respected our zone perfectly, but remember I told you I drew this because I wanted it to come back down here. This area in the market needs filled in. And I really think that it'll still fill it in, honestly. So I'm waiting until I can get closer to this green zone. But we did pull back perfectly, hit our 5618 and jump that, right? Made its move. Nice little move up. And it's back up to 315. So we'll see what happens, but that's my look on Mana there. Why that's there, if anybody wants to know, is because this is a big imbalance in the market. Okay, big. I mean, we're talking massive. And this wick right here, if you see this wick, let's zoom in right here. Look at this wick. All right. If you come over here, the very first part of the imbalance was filled in with this wick, but this is a serious right here. This, I mean, this is big, right? So I'm looking for it to fill it in. So that's why I'm kind of holding on mana right now. I want it to pull back a little more for us. I gotta change my mouse settings, guys. Hold on, this is terrible. Speed. I'm gonna move the speed up to 12. There we go. All right. All right. Look at. Keep your eye, guys. So keep your eyes out for this. The ticker for this is XVG, right? XVG. If we come over to CoinGecko, come over here. XVG is going to do just massive things, guys. So feel free to come over here and check out its use case and you know, do your due diligence. But yeah, very, very good project. Okay. Remember, cryptos is where you want to, you know, get in early, especially on the projects that are long term. Okay, the ones that are going to run like Ethereum, like Bitcoin, like BNB. You know, there's just a lot of them. We were late to the party, right? A lot of them we were late to the party. But now that we know so much and our crypto knowledge has diversified over the years, now we know, right? And we're not going to miss out on those projects anymore, right? XVG. You've been watching it? Cool. Another one?
You want to
Lux.
put some clothes on?
Okay, so this token here, guys, is this is going to blow your mind when I tell you this. So Luxo, what this project is, okay, and the ticker for this is LYXE. The project, what this project is doing, it's the first of its kind. You have never ever seen this in the industry yet. They're the first to do it, and they're going to take the world by storm. Hear me out. So,
Coming out?
what we see here is, man, it's crazy. Certain people fall off, man. I just happen to look through the participants just to see how many else stayed. Give props to every single one of you for staying. The ones who left, they'll be asking questions. When do you recommend getting in it? When do you recommend? So I'm just telling you to keep your eye on it. I'm waiting for a certain area to hit on XVG, and then I'll probably give you guys a setup on that one. Same thing with Luxco. You could run the fib on it yourself and see. You'll see where I'm waiting, you know. But yeah, it's got to come down a little more. XVG is almost ready. Literally, it's practically there. So I'll probably be giving that setup later today. Okay. Would you buy these two to own? Yeah. I mean, they're long-term projects. Absolutely. Now, let me show you what this is about, what this does here. This Luxo, guys, is just incredible. So imagine, now hear me out. Everybody who knows about crypto, right, guys? So look at this. How does crypto work? Like, you need what? You need a wallet, right? And how can you receive crypto or send crypto, right? You need what? Wallet address, which is on average 47 characters. Hear me out. Or 48, my bad, 48.
I don't want to do it right now.
1 second, buddy.
Okay.
You want to go down to the pool soon?
I'm trying to talk to her about.
On average, right? They're about 48 characters. I mean, what I mean by characters is, letter, number, whatever the case may be. So what we all know, right, is, oh, thanks, Brad. But what do we know is, to me, with what I'm about to tell you, you're going to be like, oh my God, game changer, right? So that's all we've ever known crypto as, right? It's been a wallet address, and that's the way it's been, right? And you get, when you open a wallet, you get a seed phrase that's usually 12 words, right? 12 or 24 words, depending on, what wallet, wallet you're opening. And that's that, right? And every time you send and receive, you need to make sure you get the right address. You got to copy that whole, right? Am I wrong? Am I right? Right? It can get, I don't know, it can get annoying. Well, this Luxo, guys, first ever, you will be able to send, receive, and buy crypto with 7 digits. Your phone number. Sheesh. Game changer. Can we say mainstream? Luxo, guys. People don't even know about this project. It's going to take the industry by storm, right? Telling y'all, don't let it pass you by. Just giving you guys, a little insight. I'm not going to say, buy it right now, right? I can't give you I can, but it's, do your due diligence. But wow. Okay. Wow. And trust me, when they come, they're the first to do it. There will be probably a few to follow once they really emerge, but they're the original. Okay. And they haven't even gone mainstream yet, for real. And look at their ranked. Literally, look at their ranked already. Just by them announcing their plans, right? And what they do for the what their use case is, what they do for the world. Game changer, ladies and gentlemen. Game changer. Okay? $31. That's cheap. Now, if you were to come over here and let's Kev, have you ever taken a look at Polkadot? Yeah, I'm big into Polkadot. Yeah, it's long term. Remember, I told you guys it's in my top 5. Yeah, Polkadot, amazing project. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with the parachains. They just went live. Let me show you, guys. I'm a crypto. Listen, man, I'm a beef. I know my crypto, but yeah. So if you guys go to parachains.info, check that out. You guys are going to be like, whoa! Auctions just went live on the 11th, 3 days ago. Their auctions went live. So I don't know if you guys know about the Kusama. Sheesh! You think Polkadot's good? Hopefully you guys own some of this Kusama coin. If not, I'd recommend that as well. But yeah, check it out, guys. You'll be amazed. Good stuff on Polkadot. So whoever asked me that, yes, it's one of my favorites. Oh, it's Brian Dawson. Absolutely. So yeah, no, that's fine. I missed it the first few times too, Brad. I'll be honest, I just got in Kusama last month on one of the pullbacks. I think I got in. But yeah, it's a good project. Okay. So yeah, this Luxo, guys, I mean, game changer stuff, right? Game changer. Could you imagine being able to just buy, sell, and receive crypto with your phone number? All you need is 7 digits instead of some crazy fucking long ass fucking wallet address that if you miss it up with one letter, you're sending the crypto to somewhere else. And you guys, you know how many people I've saw lose crypto because they've sent it to the wrong address and they had the whole address right except the last letter or the last number. Crypto gone. That's that easy. So they're changing the game, man, by taking it away from the, not taking it away, but adding, I should say, being able to not only deal with it through your wallet address, but being able to use your phone number, man. That's a game changer stuff, man. That's some game changing stuff. So big stuff going on with the crypto, guys. It's insane. I mean, we have literally gone mainstream. I don't know if you guys see it, and there is just so much more to come. We are in what I like to call the early stages. Even though crypto has been around for 15 years now or whatever, guys, you understand the banks, the institutions, and your big businesses are just now getting involved. we are blessed, guys. We're very early. And a lot of us have been in crypto for a while, and your portfolios are already to the moon. So just imagine where things are going to be just in 2 years, right? Just give it 2 years of the banks and the institutions and your big businesses being involved and buying all that crypto and putting billions and billions into the market, which is going to make the market cap go up, which is going to make all the coins go to the moon. Guys, just think about this. We are blessed. I know my crypto, that's my favorite, it's my passion. And I'm going to just say, guys, if you're not involved, you need to get involved. Crypto is going to overpower Forex. Mark my words. Mark my words, guys. Crypto will overpower Forex. I'm telling you. You probably got a few years yet, but it's going to overpower Forex. How many of y'all agree? You got some of y'all agree? I mean, again, it's my opinion, but that's what I see. That's what I see, So I see them sevens. I see y'all. But yeah, good stuff. Crypto Twilight Zone. Bye-bye. Hey, you're damn right. Bye-bye money. Bye-bye. Well, cash, we should say, right? Cashless society is where we are, right? If you remember correctly, 2 years ago, that's what they were saying. Cashless society is where we're headed. Cashless society is where we're headed. Well, look where we're at right now, ladies and gentlemen. We just keep getting progressively closer to that cashless society. Okay. Oh, it's the future. The future. Not only is it the future, Jimmy, the future is here now, right? It's here now, my man. Absolutely. And those who get involved, those who are involved, you're blessed. Just don't sell. Just hold on for dear life. You are set. And some of them, you don't even got to hold on for dear life because some of them are already making people millions. It's insane. It's insane. So Brad, yeah, it won't. I'm gonna be the first one to tell you. It's not. Now, I don't want you to, don't take it the wrong way. Let me rephrase that. It won't stay completely decentralized. We will stay decentralized, but the banks, there's some people, there's some hands that are going to get on. There's some hands that we don't want that are going to get access. That's just, unfortunate, right? But there will still be decentralized. It's just not going to be all of crypto like it is now, But yeah. And just, like XRP. I mean, I don't want to give you guys false hope, but XRP is going to be a centralized coin. Okay. So yeah, Brad, what's the Feds do? What's the Feds doing? What are the Feds doing? Yeah, Brad, that's the Feds doing. Oh yeah, no, yeah. The Feds aren't getting, guys, trust me. The whole world's changing. I keep saying it. I hope you guys are picking up on when I keep saying about, for those of you that are awake, you should know what's about to happen. You guys shouldn't be worried about the Feds. You shouldn't be worried. You should know what's going on. And if you don't, that's totally cool. Totally fine. That's why I started that awakening chat for those of you who may not be awake. I can wake you up a little bit. So, but yeah, no, the money system is completely different, guys. Trust me. And it's not what you think it is. I'm telling you. You guys, there's going to be so many people in the world, man, that are going to be shocked with this when people like, I'm talking people like Lewis. I'm talking people like JJ. They're not, I could tell, they may not be awake. Right. And when I tell you the US dollar is no longer, like, I'm not bullshitting you. There will be no US dollar. It's going bye-bye. It's gone. Right. They've already did the transformation, guys. It was a successful transformation completely. They went dark and everything to do it. All they have to do now is boop, press that button and it goes live for everybody. And that's where we're at now. We're just waiting for that boop to be pressed. The new dollar, the new US dollar will be the Iraqi dollar, the dinar. If anybody out there currently owns any of this foreign currency, if you own any dinar, if you currently own any rupiah, however you pronounce that, you guys are already filthy. Because before they press that button, everybody in the world that currently owns the foreign currency, they have to do their part first. Meaning there's an 800 number that they're going to have to call, and they're going to have to go through the system of, giving, I don't know how the technical words for it, but basically you're turning that in for money, because now it's worth buku dollars, if that makes any sense. But yeah, the new financial system, your guys' mind, there are no more banks. Is dead. I'm telling y'all, it's going to shock the world. Do I believe it? I know it. No, I'm not believing nothing. I know. Again, those who are awake understand this. Those who aren't, don't. And that's fine. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help. Trust me. But yeah, I don't believe. I know. It's just certain thing. Like I said, you got to know. And you're probably thinking like, well, how do you know this? Or where did you find this out at? Let me tell you one thing. What are you guys doing in here on the bed? Why are you playing on the bed? You guys are nuts, man. How many times do I gotta tell you? Oh my God. I tell you what, so many people, they don't listen to me. It's a shame. They don't listen to me about finance. They don't listen to me about crypto. They don't listen to me about playing on the bed. Unreal. Come here, Carly.
Grandma, please.
Unreal. Daddy's always wrong. So yeah, guys, I know, Jimmy. Daddies don't know nothing, right? But you got to understand, like the prosperity packages. Like when I talk about prosperity packages, and when I talk about you all this money that's about to drop into you guys' bank accounts, people's eyes get like, what is he talking about? That's part of the whole. That's part of the whole system, guys. It's all, they've stolen money from you time and time again. And so many people don't even know that. I mean, this goes back, guys, 100+ years. My parents have never seen a non-corrupt world. My parents' my grandparents, guys, they've never seen. This is the greatest time to be alive, like literally. You're witness, and it's biblical. It's the history book. Literally, the history books are being rewritten as we speak. Like guys, this is huge. But there's so much to it. Like I can't start now. Like especially like there's just I can't. That's why I started that awakening chat, and I started throwing things in there to maybe hopefully you guys are looking through that stuff that I'm putting in that chat. But it's gonna help you with your mind. It's gonna help you understand what's really going on in the world. It's gonna help you understand. I don't want to get into it. I can't right now. We'll have to do another call for this. We'll have to do another call for this one. But yeah, it's pretty powerful stuff, guys. Pretty powerful. My personal team can tell you. I've been doing calls with them for the last, for a while, and I've woken a lot of my team up. I'll be honest. There's a lot of people that didn't have no clue, and then they heard what I was explaining, and I give them the proof, and I show them. But it's no joke. It's about to, you guys are. Let's just say this. You are all, you're living, you're alive in the greatest time to be alive possible. Let's say that. And you guys are probably like, what? We're in the middle of a pandemic. No, we're not. No, we're not in a pandemic. Remember that. Because when it all comes out, people are going to be shocked to know that this was all a game, to know that this was all a fucking game, man. Plandemic. Plandemic. If y'all wearing masks out there, take them off. You're killing yourselves. There's just so much, guys. I know I have to do a call for y'all, and there's so many of you just begging me to please do it. I got so many people on Instagram, please. But guys, I've been so busy with my business, with the trading, with teaching my team, with traveling. I just haven't been, because these, my awakening calls, I go live for hours, guys, because there's so much information. So, but I'll do one. I promise y'all. We'll get one popping. But man, there's so much to I could tell you. It's just crazy. So much to tell you, so much to prove. I mean, but yeah. How many of you guys know 9/11? Man, I'm not gonna go there. There's so much though, guys. There's just so much, let's say okay, let's take the most recent. What just happened in Florida with the condo building? Who knows what I'm talking about? How many of y'all really know what happened? How many of y'all really know who your president is? How many of y'all really know that Joe Biden has never stepped foot in the White House? Do you know that? I mean, these are the things I'm saying here. How many of y'all know that when you're watching TV, you're watching a clone, an actor? Joe Biden has been executed. He's dead. He's dead. Right? How many of y'all know these things? This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. You can call me a conspiracy. You can say I'm wrong, but I'm laughing to the bank, right? Because it's all real and true information. Trust me, it's all coming out, and it's already started for those of you who have started to see it. But yeah, it's a movie that's playing out, and here's what's pretty much we're being told. It'll all be finalized before Christmas. So it's all going to come out. It's all going to be finalized before Christmas. So just, get your popcorn. I mean, that's basically what we've been doing. We've had our popcorn for the last few months, and man, we're just watching it unfold, watching all the truth come out, watching all the arrests happen, watching all these so-called special people gone. They're being arrested, executed. If they're not being executed, they're doing life in Gitmo. They're doing life in prison. The child pedophilia. I mean, guys, you know how many children they found under the Vatican? What? Do you know how much? I don't even want to talk about it, man. It's just sick. This goes very deep and very sick. But some of you believe it and some don't. Those who don't, you're going to struggle for the rest of your life, because that's the new world we're going to. So if you have a hard time believing it, when it actually happens, you're going to have an even harder time. That's why I do the awakening stuff. That's why I need you guys to understand, because I truly care about every one of you, but not everybody's going to make it. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Right? You guys got to be ready. That's all I could say. I've had a few more drop off here, and then we're down to 16. So 2 more probably thought I was crazy, but that's okay, because it's not. No craziness at all. This is all true facts, guys. So here's what I can tell you about the prosperity package, because that's what everybody's asking about. I want you to think back on when you started working. Go back all the way, guys, until you were 15. Whenever you start, I don't know when you started working. Some of y'all start working when you were 14, but you go back from then till now, whether you're still working, whether you're already retired. And I want you to think of every fucking penny you've ever given and or had taken from you in taxes. And I want you guys to drop the number in the chat. Some of y'all are going to be up in millions. Some of y'all are going to be 500,000. Drop them. Start dropping these numbers. You guys are going to be shocked with these numbers that people are dropping. Right? Just ballpark, guys. Ballpark. Yeah, the truth hurts. It does, right? I'm telling you, but it's the truth. There you go. There's one right there. 300,000. Okay. Any more? Tell him, Brad. Brad, that's too much, Brad. Take it off. I'm playing. That's too much for the mind. But now that's for real. Yep. There you go. At least high six figure. Look at y'all. Yeah. And now let me tell you this. Every penny of it's coming right back to you. Every fucking penny, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming to you. One lump sum. Boop. Into your bank account. Wherever you guys get your tax return, that's where that money's coming. Because guess what? They have been stealing it from you year and year and year again. Who remembers when they took away the Constitution back in 73 or 9, I forget the exact date. That's when the corruption started. So guess what? Biden was supposedly the what? The 45th president? Well, let me tell you something. Your new president is now the 17th president. Guys, I wouldn't bullshit you. We're going back to the Constitution, man. We're going back to the way life was supposed to be. We're going to be all operating on the Starlink, it's called. You will no longer pay for cable. You will no longer, no, nobody. Nope. This was all against the law for all these years, but nobody freaking understood it or realized it because why? Because of mainstream media. They had you fooled your whole life. Why? What do we do? We watch TV and we, oh my God, wow, right? Everything you see on TV's got to be true. And then you see those people out and, oh, I met Britney Spears, right? You were programmed, exactly. You were brainwashed. So now that it's all coming out, they drained the swamp and they're getting rid of the evil. People aren't wanting to believe it. Why? Why would you not want to believe it? And guys, that's just a little tidbit, right? But guys, I can go on and on and on and on. I have just crazy information. I got videos to show. I got proof. It's crazy. It gets pretty deep. But in a nutshell, that's what's going on with prosperity. Okay, so that's all coming back to you. Everybody will be wealthy. Everybody will start back from square one. Everybody will be rich. It's up to you. Are you going to be broke in 5 years, or do you have a plan? And that's what they're telling everybody. You better have a plan in place, or you will be broke a few years later. All of us will be good. We have the plan, right? We know how to invest. But those out there who don't, they're just going to get all that money and they're going to spend. And then boom, 3-4 years later, they'll be broke and back into the same situation that they're currently living right now. It's called the cabal, deep state. They're filthy bastards. Let's just say that. Okay. But until you understand it all, and it's not even black hats. It's way deeper than that, Brad. But yeah, it's insane. So, but that's it, guys. And hopefully y'all don't think I'm crazy now, but I'm just being honest with you guys. So just letting you know what's really going on out there, guys. It's okay to call me crazy. It's okay to, oh God, I'm not listening to that dude. No, that's cool too. But just know that, remember what I said, because when it all comes out, you'll remember, damn, Kev Crypto was saying this shit. Damn, that's right. Kev Crypto was saying this. I'm telling you guys. Oh, I have a better name for him too, Jimmy. Absolutely, I do. You know what I mean? If you're crazy, then so am I. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Hashtag stay woke. But yeah, that's what's going on. And all the children, all of the pedophilia, 9/11 was a fucking stunt. They killed all those innocent people. We weren't at no fucking war. Ladies and gentlemen, they did it. They did that shit. You understand that? How many of y'all knew that? The fucking condo collapsed. How many of y'all knew? That condo didn't collapse. They brought it down. It's amazing. Well, when you really find everything out, how many of y'all know Kobe Bryant is not dead? How many of y'all knew it? Michael Jackson, he's alive. He was just on stage the other night. How many of y'all knew that? I'm telling y'all, this shit's real. JFK Jr., he's not dead either. He's your vice president. But yeah, guys, so the whole world is, so many people, a lot of people are going to be shocked. A lot of people, to the point where they're not going to want to take it. They're not going to, what I mean? They're not. And what I'm saying is, first off, you have to open your mind, right? And it's in God's hands, basically. So if you're not going to allow God to handle it, you yourself will struggle for the rest of your life. Just know that. And that's where we stand right now. But oh yeah, Kobe, that helicopter there was never a helicopter crash. Never. That didn't even happen. I'm telling y'all, Telling y'all. Who else? Princess Di. Princess Di. Tupac. I'm being dead ass serious. I'm dead ass serious here. And so many people in this world can't even, I don't know how to put it. It's basically just do your own research. It's out there. It's all out there. But people are watching the wrong stuff. They're watching mainstream media. You guys are watching NBC, CBS, CNN. Guys, that's the cabal. You're watching the evil. That is the evil. So if if that's where you're going to get your news from, and I'm sorry that this call has turned in this direction, but I have to. If you're going to, and I'm not going to be able to post this one in the Driven because I know there's some people that don't want to hear this shit. So you guys are just, it's a plus. You guys are here. But you just have to understand. It was a fight for close to 200 years now. It's been a fight between evil and good has finally defeated the evil. And now the movie's playing out. Do you understand what I'm saying here? And the only reason they can't come out and just spill the all beans, there's one reason and one reason only, and that's to protect us, the American people. Could you imagine the chaos, the fucking guns, the killings, the looting, the robbing that would go on if they just flat out came out and said everything? Think about the people who lost sons and daughters to 9/11. What do you think they're gonna do when they find out that shit was fake? They were just blowing up our soldiers by the busloads. What are you gonna think? Guys, I mean, I'm dead ass. You again, you don't have to believe me, but just know shit's crazy. So they're doing it this way to protect us. But just know that the battle is over, man. We have defeated the evil. Finally. The Vatican, the Pope, he was one of the first ones to get executed. Barack Obama, he got one to the back of the head. They ain't playing with his ass. They said, boop, to the back of the head. Now, Joe Biden, guillotine style. Hillary Clinton, she was hung. Bill Clinton, he was hung. Guys, I can go on and on, but
Chelsea Clinton was hung.
Chelsea Clinton, the daughter, she was hung. She was the most recent one. She just got hung a couple of days ago. But yeah, and this is all happening at the military tribunals. Why do I say this? Trump signed this country over to the military years ago. Years ago, ladies and gentlemen, the military runs the country. And they've been running it. But you don't know that because the mainstream media is the cabal. They're not reporting this shit. They're reporting everything they want you to be brainwashed with. They're reporting all these COVID deaths. What COVID deaths? They're reporting all this shit. I'm here to tell you it's all a joke. It's all a game. For those of you that are awake, props to you. For those of you that, you're still on the edge, I pray for you. And that's basically where we stand. Because those who aren't awake, you're going to eat, you have no choice. You have to either wake up or your life's going to be a living hell. And I'm just being honest, guys. So don't shoot the messenger. Just,
God's in charge.
That's it. God's in charge. Open that mind up and let me show you the proof. I know I'm just saying stuff now, but I could show you things. I mean, guys, you'd be amazed. And like I said, it's been so long since I've done one of my awakening calls. I used to do them every weekend, man. And we'd be live for 6, 7, 8 hours straight. And people would last the whole time, start to finish, man. And I can't tell you how many people thanked me. Like, wow, you woke me up. Like, wow, I never knew this was going on. Wow, I never knew this. Guys, do you know where they found all our money? They found all of our money under the Vatican with all the children. Sick, guys.
Tell them the Pope was one sick SOB.
Oh, yeah. I told them that Pope was one of the first ones to go. He was the sickest out of all of them. Yep. I'm sure a lot of you are in shock right now because the chat is at a standstill right now. So hopefully you guys don't think I'm crazy, but if you do, that's okay as well. Just know I'm here for you, right? I got the goods. I'll give you the info if you need it. And yeah, quintillion was the number. So now you know why they're able to give us all of our money back. Do you guys know how much quintillion really is? Quintillion, guys, listen here, the amount of gold that they found. Now, mind you, when I say that's our money, I'm talking about, the money you pay every year for tax. That's what they're, that's our money. They found like 34 quintillion. Do you know that's enough money to give every single human being in the world $1 million? So take that for what it's worth, ladies and gentlemen. Right? Exactly, Shayla. Shit ton of money. Our money. Right? Our hard-earned money. And then some. Exactly, Brad. They found gold other places too. And then some. You're right. Yep. They recently just found more tunnels with more gold in it, Brad. Not sure if you caught that one, but yeah. That just came out as well.
There are 5 countries that are in the alliance with Trump.
There's 5 countries that are in alliance with, Trump's the one who's been doing all this, guys. He's the one who has brought the evil down. So for anybody out there that don't like Trump, you'll soon love him. Trust me. You soon will love him. How many of y'all know that you're about to sell your birth certificates? How many of you know that your birth certificate is worth buku dollars? They didn't want us knowing about it. We're all going to be going and selling our birth certificate real soon here as well, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. I ain't going to lie to you. I ain't got no reason to lie to you. For real. Right? And anybody that knows me, well, it's not like I'm, No, I'm telling you guys the truth, man. Did you get a bunch of money deposited in your bank account in mid-August? I remember you saying something was going to happen. No, yeah, it's currently, there wasn't a date on when the money was coming. That's when it was announced about the prosperity packages. So you must have just got that screwed up. Yeah, they announced that back in mid-August. Yeah, Kim. It's all coming though. Just got to sit back and wait. There's a certain way they're doing it, the elderly and your people who receive Social Security, they're going to get it first. They'll get theirs first. And, so yeah, but the process is supposedly like about to start. So it's all going to start rolling when it comes to the money part. But remember, the people who currently own the foreign currency right now, they're first. They have to take care of theirs before they can, you see what I mean? So guys, the whole world is operating on this new system. So like, this isn't just something like, you know what I mean? That's why it's been taking this long to do. And we're finally at the end. And supposedly all going to be finalized before Christmas. So we're not too far away, ladies and gentlemen. And if you guys, for those of you who know the Bible, this is like what's happening. We were told about this. It was in the Bible. It was in the Bible. They told us. It's biblical. It's crazy. Yep. It's crazy.
Do you have anybody on Social Security?
He is our modern day savior. You're right, Brad.
Yes, he is.
I don't know if anybody in here is on Social Security. I'm not sure. Make sure you have your Social Security card and birth certificate handy now. Oh yeah, it's worth money. You're going to be selling it. It's crazy. And from what I heard, you don't want to know. It can be worth anywhere between $30,000 to $7 million, depending on who you are. That's how much these birth certificates can be worth. Yep. It's crazy, huh, guys? Now, all honesty, I did lose a few people, so that's fine. They either don't believe it or they're Biden supporter, whatever the case may be. But how many of you knew what I was talking about? And then how many of you did I just wake up, or not wake up, but how many of you didn't know about this? Drop me ones if you did know, drop me twos if you didn't know. And be honest. I'm just curious. I know my personal team will know about this, but those who aren't on my personal team, I'm just curious how many knew and how many didn't. Okay, Brian didn't know. Awesome. Glad to help you out there, Brian. A lot of ones. That's good. And only a couple twos. That's cool. Keep coming back about Brian. Brian, I'll blow your minds. I'm telling you right now. You don't have to believe me, but you should. Just say that much, right? but you'll believe me when it comes out. You know what I mean? You'll say, damn, that Crypto Kev was saying that shit. Damn, look at this. It's happening. It's happening. Yeah, it's really happening, guys. For those of you out there in Canada, Trudeau, he's gone. He's been gone. He's a goner. You're watching a clone on TV. Understand? Just like we are with Biden. And if you guys don't think that's a freaking clone with Biden, pay attention from now on. Every freaking time you see him on TV, it's different. He got wrinkles on his forehead. He don't got wrinkles. His ears are pinned back. They're not. I mean, guys, it's once you understand it and start really looking, you're going to be like, damn, Kev was not lying. It's very, very clear when you're awake and know what's going on. It's very clear when you see those things. But for someone who's not, and they're not even thinking to look for stuff like that. But trust me, guys, they're clones. Clones are real. No bullshit. You guys can believe it, not reading it, not believe it. I'm just trying to help you guys out, man, because I know there's so many people that aren't awake. But yeah, the real Trudeau, gone. He's a goner. He was just like the Pope, guys. He was one of the sickest, most corrupt people in the whole cabal. Trudeau. So yeah, he's done. Oh yeah, nothing's changed with nothing. Again, Brad, it's playing out, but your evil is done. You're gone. Now the movie's playing out. That's what I was trying to tell you. That's what this whole point here of this is, to let you know, like, just let it play out. Yes, you're still hearing about mandates and it, but just understand it's the movie playing out. Okay. The evil is done. They're gone. They're either arrested, already executed, or awaiting military tribunal. Okay. Kamala Harris, gone. I mean, guys, there's not many left. All of Hollywood wiped clean. They are all sick bastards. Beyonce, Jay-Z, they're dead. Gone though. Bye-bye. You sick fucks. Yeah. I mean, guys, there's just so many. Brad Pitt. I mean, Angela Jolie. Guys, I got the list. There's like 2,000 names that have been cleaned up during this that were considered evil. Executed. One of these things have happened to all of them. Doing life in prison, doing life in Gitmo, awaiting military tribunal, or already executed. That's it. So many. I mean, you guys would be shocked if I read the whole list to you. You guys would be shocked. Your gut was right, Brian. Your gut was right. Your gut was right. A lot of people say that. Their gut was telling them that there's just something not right. Your gut was right. All these years, they've been doing us dirty, man. Just like reading charts. You're damn right, telling you. Yep, it's crazy, man. I know. And trust me, I was that guy when I was about 2 years now, 3 years since it really hit main circle of where it changed my mind. I was the one that always said, you guys are full of shit. This ain't no way you got. Oh yeah. No, there's yes way. It's because it's all fucking true. When I saw the proof, and when I saw man, the proof is in the pudding, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just say that. And if you guys are in my awakening channel on Telegram, I mean, I gave everybody the link. Some of you may not be looking at the stuff I'm putting in there, but make sure look at everything. I've put a lot in there over the last few days. Just you guys will start to see. You guys will start to see. What's it called? You are watching it, Shayla. What do you mean? Are you serious? Was that a serious question? I hope not. No, this is the movie. You're watching it. I'm just saying it's a movie that has to play out. It has to play out this way to protect us, the American people. It's not really a movie that you watch. I mean, you know what I mean? That you can like go to the theaters. No, I mean like this like right now, life. Like what's happening in the that's what I mean. Everything that's happening. It's the movie. Wait till you guys hear about COVID. I'm not gonna be the one to break it to you, but wait till you hear about it. Because I'm sure I still have people on this call that wear masks. And I'm sure I have people on this call that got vaccinated. I don't want to scare nobody. So I'm just gonna stop right there. But just know, guys, it's not good. It's not good. Okay. It's just not. So if you ever been tested for COVID, the nose thing, I hate to say it, that's not good either. They put something up in you. You know, you've been chipped. you've been chipped, guys. That's the part, that's the part that I always feel iffy about covering, because that's the part where people want to shoot the messenger. And I'm just being honest and looking out and caring for you guys. But unfortunately, there has been people who got the vax and who have been tested up to know, and that's just it. And there are people that still wear masks. Guys, you do know masks are killing you, right? So here's what you have to understand. This was all a game. Do you understand? COVID was man-made. It was made by Dr. Fauci and Barack Obama. It's been funded, wait a second, and it was funded by Barack Obama. Okay, it started back in 2017 in the state of North Carolina, but back in 2000, or my bad, it started before that, but in 2017, right? So from 2000, I think 14 is when it started, till 2017. The U.S. finally passed a law that kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? That kind of studies, damn it. What's the word I'm looking for, guys? That kind of, damn it. Like, what do you like research? Or what do you? What's the word I'm looking for? You know what I'm talking about, right? Anyhow, they passed a law that it was not allowed. That type of research was not allowed in United States. So what did they do? They took their whole experiment, their everything, and went to Wuhan, China. Uh-oh, bingo. Oh, that's where Wuhan comes into play. Oh, I thought it was a dirty bat that was flying through the meat market. Fuck out of here, you lying bastards. They moved it to China and to where they finally finished it. And you don't want to know what's in the vaccines, first of all. But second off, why do you think they did all that? They knew not everybody's just going to be on board and want to get a vaccine, especially not a vaccine that was created in less than a year. Now, hear me out. Why masks? Well, why do you think they push the masks as much as they do? Come on, guys, you got to start thinking. Makes sense. Why? What do you think's in them masks, man? What do you think is in them? Just being honest, ladies and gentlemen, don't shoot the messenger. Please don't. But yeah, like I say, those who got vaxxed, I hate to say it, but I don't even want to say it. Your lifespan. I just have a hard time talking about this that when I get to this part, guys. It's just because I know so many people didn't know anything about this, and they were out there freely getting vaccinated. They're out there getting vaccinated more than once. They're getting their booster. They're getting no, and I'm glad that I was woken up at the right time. I was glad my whole family, you know what I mean? And I just pray that others are the same. Now, here's the only good thing about the vaccines. Depending on when you got it, if you got it early, you probably got the vax. But if you got it later, pretty much after Trump, got a hold of the cabal and got rid of the evil, all those vaccines have been replaced with, what do you think? Right? It's right, water, basically. Okay. But those who did get vaxxed early, unfortunately, you got the bad stuff. But yeah, so they have been intercepted, and now, right? But that doesn't mean go send your kid to get vaxxed because it's not the real. No, you can't. You still can't, because like I said, there's still the bad one. They didn't, there's no way they could have intercepted all of them. It's just like when you have drug dealer. This is the example they use. It's just like when you have drugs coming in, right? Let's just say you have a whole a whole ship full of heroin coming into the States, and they bust a few drug dealers here and there, and da-da-da. They didn't intercept all of those, right? Same thing with the vaccines, guys. They did not intercept all of them, but a lot of them. Okay. Now, I personally am a recovering addict. I was put onto opiates from a doctor from blowing my knee out in high school, and that turned into me being addicted to opiates for years, many years. I don't know if anybody's had somebody in their family that has been addicted to opiates or know somebody, but it's not pretty, it's not fun, and it's not as easy as just quitting. Okay. So when you're dependent on an opiate and you've gone through all that, then you hear everything that's gone on over the last 200 plus years, and come to find out those sick bastards were the ones fucking putting it on our streets. Obama, Fauci, the Clintons, Bill Gates, guys, I can go on. They're just flooding us with the heroin, the drugs, the crack, the cocaine, the amphetamine. Guys, come on, seriously, I can't make this shit up. I'd love to see if I have anybody live on YouTube right now listening to this, but I'm dead ass. This shit ain't no joke. Right? Bill Gates, one of the sickest motherfuckers there are. He's now gone. He's a goner. But you guys got to understand, I'm here to help, man. And for those who don't know this, please allow me to continue to wake you up, because there's so much more I could give and a lot of proof I could show. So, with that, we'll kind of stop it there on that talk, right? we were talking about Luxo, and then somehow we got off of Luxo and onto this, but yeah, some of you didn't know any of it, so I was able to give you guys a little insight, if you will. But there's so much more. Hey, no doubt, Forrest. But yeah, there's so much, guys. I mean, man, it's insane. It's insane. Everything. It's just nuts, guys. Nuts. But yeah. And you guys know about the big arrest that just happened that they announced, right? Gavin Newsom. Right? Now, hear it out. They announced. You do know he's gone. Right? He was one of the ones that they got and killed. So this is what you have to understand, guys. When this shit comes out, they're not going to tell you Hillary Clinton executed for treason, Bill Clinton executed for child pedophilia, Joe Biden executed for raping little kids. They're not. You have to understand. Some of them, they'll probably announce that they were this, that, and a third. But most of them, they're going to say, "Oh my God, Joe Biden had a heart attack. He's no longer with us. Oh my God, Trudeau just had oh God, he died from COVID." That's what you're going to start seeing. Your big politicians, your big name people, all of a sudden just freak accident and they're now dead. And so understand, they're not going to flat out come out and tell you every single one of them that they did execute. But when you have access to the information, like I do, you'll see the ones who it's listed there. It's listed which ones are doing life, what was their outcome of their military tribunal, where they execute. I mean, it's all there. So you just got to know that mainstream media is not the news. Mainstream media is the corruption. The news is other places. Okay. So definitely understand that. Keep that in mind, because I know there are going to be some people. Wait a second. You told me Joe Biden was executed and they just told me he had a heart attack. I know there's going to be someone to do that, but just understand that, we don't know how or who they're, but that's what's going to happen. They're not going to.
He's going to get arrested.
Yeah, they're not going to. Yeah, supposedly that's what's going to happen. They're going to come out and say that they arrested him and for treat. Meanwhile, he's already arrested and he's been killed. But yeah, so just understand. But just wanted to kind of open your guys' eyes up a little bit. Hopefully I did. Hopefully I did so. Though I feel bad for those who got off the call because they missed some good information. Because I guarantee you, those who got off the call, a lot of them aren't awake. I know they're not. I can tell just by some of the things that are said. I can tell. That's why I tell you guys, when it comes to these markets, you got to understand, we may not have Forex anymore. I'm just being honest. You may only have crypto when this shit's all done. Because what you have to understand, the manipulation will be gone. There are no more. There is no more central banking system. Right? When it happens, like I said, it's all supposed to be in place before Christmas. There will be no more So if there is no more, how are they going to be able to run the markets? They won't anymore. So in turn, what will that also do to the markets? They're not going to move, right? How many pairs are traded off of the US dollar? There is no more US dollar. I'm not trying to scare you guys. I'm just, I'm a realist, man. I'm not going to sugarcoat something just to keep you in a company, or, oh God, people might quit the company now because Kevin said that. I'm an honest person. I got to tell you how it is. Am I telling you to leave? No, I'm just saying, be careful, but always understand XRP is going to be the crypto that's gold backed. Hear me out. So you best keep your eyes on that. And when it does start happening with the new central bank or the new banking system, you best start trading gold, because gold will now back everything. All assets will be gold backed. XRP is going to be gold backed and centralized. So just keep all that in mind, guys. So I'm not going to put this one in the Facebook group. I'll just leave this one on my YouTube channel, but it's here. But yeah, I don't want to, like I said, not because it's wrong information. It's just, I don't want to scare people. I don't want to, people like, oh God, it's people quitting because of Kevin. Like, no, I just want to make sure I give you guys the right information, man. And that's the way I've always been, right? I just spit facts, man. And I can back up every single thing I've said. So just know that. All right, guys. So hopefully that helped a little bit. I see pretty much what's left is my team, minus a few. I got Jay in here. I got Jimmy in here, Dejana, and Brian. Everybody else is on my personal team. So for those of you that are new, guys, I'm just trying to look out, man, for real. But you guys are living. You're pretty much. Here's how you can say it. You're alive at the greatest time possible. Like right now, as most people will tell you, you're full of shit. We're in the middle of a pandemic. We're not. It's the pandemic. You're right. But it is right now is the greatest time to be alive. Absolute greatest. I'm telling you. Yeah, just go. Aren't you in my hold on. Let me get the link. I thought.
How'd that happen? That was weird.
Why is it not letting me?
Oh, that's like a Rubik's Cube, it's called. Rubik's Triangle.
So if you guys aren't in my awakening chat, there it is there. Definitely join it. And when you do join, feel free to scroll up and look at everything that's already in there. But yeah, I try and post, a couple times a day. Some days I don't post anything, and that's just because I'm so busy. But man, there's a lot of info, guys. Get caught up on it. No, don't go down no rabbit hole and be sucked in for weeks, because trust me, this stuff, there's so much. But I just try to touch on the important things. So, but I don't want it to scare anybody or get you away from your main objective, which is trading. No, it's not what I'm doing. I just simply want you to know and understand what's going on so you can protect yourself, so you don't have to get no vax or a booster or go get checked up the nose. And meanwhile, when they're fucking putting a chip on you. I mean, guys, it's just pretty much to keep you guys on your toes, really, and to let you know that good things are happening, whether you see it or not, because we don't, because of mainstream media. Oh yeah, by the way, sports, they're fixed. Every Super Bowl is fixed. I mean, there's so much I can tell. Oh, God, there's so much, dude. This whole world was ran by the fucking cabal, man. It was ran by corruption. They paid people off. They did this. They did that. Sick. Fucking sick. And I'm so happy that they fucked their election fraud up the way they did, or else we would have never even been turned on. Well, we've been turned on to that type of, but it would have never blown up the way it has if it wasn't for the election fraud. That's what really, really sent all of this into high gear. if you remember correctly. And boy, was it election fraud. If you'd see the real numbers, you guys would shit your pants. Let's just say Biden's real number was 28%. Now you do the difference. How much was from Trump? So yeah. But yeah, there's just a lot coming out, guys. And like I said, well, a lot that has come out, and now it's just so here's how they explain it, right? We had the end of the movie first, right? Now the beginning is playing out. Like we were told the end, right? Before they started the show. Does that make sense? And yes, Trump killed it. He's definitely smashed it, man. He's amazing. Med beds are real. I mean, guys, this is like I said, just don't go down no rabbit hole, but stay up to date because it'll help you out. I'm telling you that right now. It'll help you out. Now, some of the stuff, I'll be honest, some things I think, are maybe a little too far, but when they say that it's all going to be in place by Christmas, that's saying a lot because there's a lot that needs to go in place. So all we can do is hope it's ready by then, right? So we can start living normal life again. I mean, some of us still are, but you know what I mean. But yeah. Exactly, Brad. Exactly. And there's too many people in the world that are so stupid to even see it. They don't even what? There's no fraud. What? But again, those are the folks who they may be on the bad side. I mean, trust me, there's people in this world that are okay with everything that they're doing. They're okay with the child pedophilia. They're okay with killing the children. They're okay with faking 9/11. They're okay with bringing huge condos down in Florida and killing people. They're okay. I mean, some people, they're just as dark as these sickos are. So you got to understand that too. Not everybody out there in the world is happy that the evil is being taken down, right? There are people out there that are evil, just like the evil. So, you got to understand that as well, right? I would hope that I don't have no evil on my call, but there's people out there, guys. It's crazy. But yeah, he won by a landslide. Absolutely. And I mean a landslide. Yep. Exactly. You guys know. That tipped the scales, but it's a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, you're damn right. That was the tip of the iceberg, I think. Was the election fraud. And that's what really here it is, highlights. Figures. Oh, who didn't know that? Look. Who didn't know that? We don't know how to tackle. So it's halftime. They're up 17-10. Oh no, it should be over. It's 4:00. Oh, here it is. Oh no.
That's New Orleans.
The last I saw it was 16-16. So they must have went for two, or they missed their extra point, and then we came back and did the same thing and missed ours, or both teams got 2 field goals each to make it 16-16. I don't know. Oh, Brian said overtime. It's in overtime right now. I'm looking it up right now, Brian.
16-16.
16 doesn't say it's still 16-16. Who got the ball? Yep, we scored 7 points in the first quarter, and then we had field goal in the second, third, and fourth. And then we let them score 16 unanswered.
Wait a minute. Detroit hasn't won a game yet.
Detroit, no.
Well,
One of the worst teams in the league.
those are the kind of games Steelers have problems with.
Yep. It's a shame.
Stupid asses.
All right, guys. So I am gonna end this call very shortly, but I do want to still touch on the DXY real quick for you guys.
I just sent you something to your messenger. If you can send it to some of your people that are interested. She's okay.
All right. Let me see. My mom just sent me something that said it would help you guys understand. So let me check my messenger. Telegram or Facebook?
Facebook Messenger.
All right.
It goes back to the beginning and explains where it all started and the Illuminati, the Rothschilds, what president was bad.
All right, guys. I got some good stuff for you to watch. Definitely get off this when you leave my call. Watch this right here. It'll explain it all. It'll explain how it started. It'll explain how far it goes back. It goes back, like I said, the Rothschilds. Did you know Ellen DeGeneres was a Rothschild? I mean, guys, so many people. You're gonna be amazed on some of the people that are corrupt that you love. And my wife had problems. Some of her favorite actors.
Tell him General Patton was Donald Trump's biological father.
There you go. General Patton is Trump's biological father. I mean, guys, you're gonna be mind blown to know that this whole lie that they've had all of us living, right, until we woke up, right?
Kennedys are related to the Lincolns. That's how far back it goes.
The Kennedys are related to the Lincolns, man. That's how far back it goes. You guys are gonna be shocked. Like I said, I mean, I gave you a little nutshell of the recent things, but that there will help you understand, you know, where it started, when it started, and how long this has been going on, guys. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But let's go back over here. Pull up this DXY. Like I said, I will be trading, looking at the markets tonight when they open, so I probably will be giving some setups. But I just want to look at the DXY for a second. Let's go out to the day look. Okay. And let's see, look what happened here. So if you can tell, right, the dollar index, the dollar itself, this is the dollar. You can't trade the DXY, but you do trade the dollar because, as we know, the US dollar is in a lot of our pairs. Okay. So knowing what the dollar's doing can help you to know exactly what the pairs that have the dollar in it are doing. So for example, let's say you can't get shrimp. Go across the street and get shrimp. What do you need me to go over there?
I wanted to go to Barefoot Landing to the seafood place and get it.
Yeah.
I thought you were
Barefoot.
going with us to take Carly to the playground.
The DXY. So for example, let's just say that the DXY is bullish. Well, everything that has the US dollar in front will be bullish. It'll be buying. Anything that has the US dollar as the second currency, like let's see here, Euro USD, it'll be selling. GBP USD, it'll be selling. Right? So it gives you an outlook on a lot of the pairs. Okay? No doubt, Shayla, no doubt. You have a great one. But just want to make sure everybody understands why we look at the DXY. Because I know some people will try to trade it and they're like, hey, I can't find it on my medical. I'm like, no, we're not trading DXY, right? It's just an index. Just like I'm gonna give you guys a little insight on Metaverse. They have their own index. It's called the Metaverse Index. The ticker symbol is MVI. Look, MVI. There it is, Metaverse Index. So you can look at the whole metaverse as a whole. But it's an actual, it's its own coin. How many of you guys knew that? So you don't even have to invest in particular metaverse coins like Sandbox, Mana, Engine. You can just invest in MVI, which is the whole metaverse, which is almost $300 per coin right now. Guys, it's man, financial literacy is amazing. You know, knowing things and man, does it go a long way for you, right? Now, does it make sense about the DXY? Awesome. Give it again, Kev. Which one, Jimmy? Oh, you mean the ticker symbol for the? It's MVI. MV as in Victor, I. You just, you search it at the symbol, so it'll come up right here. Metaverse Index. That's what that is. Now, you already know about the crypto one, right? The total crypto cap. If you just write total, there it is. The crypto total market cap. And that's going to give you the whole, like all of crypto. I just showed you the MVI. Now, there's another one. Shit, where's the other one? What's the other one? The dollar index, the crypto, the metaverse. Oh, the DeFi. Right here. Whoops. There it is right here. My bad. The DeFi. So this here is all of DeFi. So the decentralized finance, that's what DeFi is. So this here is only going to be the cryptos that are DeFi. So it's pretty cool how you can break it down like that and actually look at those indexes. And it's going to, when you really start understanding trading, those charts will help you. But let's go back to this DXY. Okay. Now I'm looking on the day chart. If you guys can see here, look what just happened. I mean, this is crazy. We have been in, you see my zones right here, right? My boxes, this box right here, right? And then this one down here, this zone down here. Now, if I go like this and bring it, slide it all away, price has been pinging and ponging in here for forever, right? I mean, if I show you, whoops, damn it.
Stop. Table in here? Okay, we'll get the table. Grandma will heat up your thing.
Oh man. There it is. All right. Okay, so you can see, and I'll zoom in here. Okay, that price came down. It broke down through right here, right? Broke down, and then we started. Boom, coming up, we come down. I came up, we came down. We came up, boom, we came down. Up, tried to, we came down. We tried to again, we came down. Then we came up, tapped it, and boom, we fell all the way. Then we came down here. We started pinging off of this one. Boom, boom, came down, out, came down, out, come down, out. Come over here.
It's a surprise
Right.
buyback toy. She just keeps clicking it until the toy appears.
Came back up, came down, came back up, then we came down, and then we boom, boom, boom. And then it created this trend line, right? Look what it created. Look at my blue, look at the blue. You see this, guys? So if we were to do this, and now
Oh, I have.
look at the trend line that it created. Who sees it? Has price ever dipped lower than that trend? Once we started pinging and ponging and we got over down here, do you see that, guys? How it created that? That's the dollar, right? Now you're welcome. You're no doubt. You guys are welcome. But that's the dollar. So knowing that this whole time, right, that this dollar has been running up, you guys could have been trading the pairs that have the dollar in them and been crushing the game. Now, I want to show you how long we've been in here. Now look at this for a second. Check this out, guys. What do you see right here?
I guess workout.
What just happened? What just happened?
A drink, okay. I'm getting it, honey. I had the pee first.
Yeah, the game's in overtime, so you'd figure they'd have it on one of these channels, but no,
Are
they
you getting
don't.
her drink? Yeah.
Especially down here. You know how many Skiller bars are down south?
I'm gonna go work at Stiller Bar around here.
Um,
Be the best dressed waitress there. With my
Start looking-
Tom Brady shirt. They hire me. Wouldn't it be funny if I walked into an interview?
looks like a
with that shirt?
downtrend starting. No. Where?
Or just wear the
No,
Steelers
no.
jacket.
No, right here. Where that arrow is, what do you see? What just happened? Remember everything that I showed you, everything I just showed you with these zones, right? This zone here and this zone here. What do you, price has never been out of it. What just happened here, guys? Let's zoom in again. Now you see it? There you go, Bob. There you go, Bob. There you go, Brad. There you go, Jimmy. Yes, it broke out. Finally broke through this structure that has been holding the dollar forever. Now, just because it broke, don't mean we go crazy and just buy the dollar like crazy. We have to make sure this isn't the banks manipulating us, because this very easily can come up and then just boom, tank right back down and fake us out. So now that we broke highs, right? We cleared them. We have to see where the next zone is. So if it runs, where can it run to? And as you can see, I already have it marked. Now, this is the day chart, so I know it doesn't look like a lot, but guys, if I run the measurement, that's a lot of pips.
No, it was like 2 washers and 3 dryers.
Almost 1,000. Now check this out. If we run, we're only going to run to this here. If it goes through here, I'll be surprised. I don't think. I mean, seriously, I'd be willing to bet every penny that I have that it does not go higher than the top of this zone. Okay. But again, I see the dollar is going to start coming back down. It broke the high only to take liquidity. In my opinion, I think it's going to then back down, but we have to wait and see. Right. But that's what, by looking at the DXY, the dollar index, that's why we look at it. It's going to help you on how to trade all of the pairs that have the dollar in it. Yeah, yes, Jimmy, that's what I'm thinking. I'm seeing the same thing. I'm seeing this as a liquidity grab and then start dropping. We're going to come right back into this pinging and ponging zone. Right. So we'll see. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm seeing. And that's how you do that. All right. That's how you see that index. So if that made sense, hopefully it did. If not, just, let me know. I'll run over it again. If it drops, what do you suggest we do with the pairs that do have? Say it's the opposite, Shauna. Well, what do you think? But at this point, guys, you should know the difference between bullish and bearish. Well, if we're bullish, what do we expect? And now you're asking me, if the dollar's bearish, what can we expect? Well, that's easy. We expect it to be bearish. Right, sells. Yeah, I mean, but remember, guys, don't get hung up on this. This isn't the, win all, tell all. I'm just saying, this is what you use to better give you, to better your chances on trading the dollar, because it tells you what the dollar is doing. Okay. So yes, if the dollar's going up, remember, if the dollar is the first currency, it's bullish. If the dollar's going up and your dollar's the second currency, it's going to be a sell. Vice versa. What do you guys know what I'm saying? Look, see CAD, CHF. The first currency is the Canadian dollar. The second currency is the Swiss franc. Well, let's go down here. Euro, USD. Okay, there you go. The US dollar is the second currency. So in this case, the dollar is right now is bullish. Well, guess what? I'd be selling the Euro USD. Well, why though, Kev? The dollar's bullish. Exactly. The dollar is my second currency. Okay, well, let's go down here. USD CAD. I'm buying it. Why? Because the dollar is bullish and the dollar is my first currency. You guys catch on to that? That's what I mean about, if it's the first currency in the pair or the second currency in the pair. Okay, guys? That's how you read that. Cool. So, I know there's like only two of you that, you're not on our team, and I've just let you continue to come to these lives. So, I do have to make an announcement on that, guys. Starting this week, I will no longer accept it. There's nothing against you. It's just something we have to do. So if you're not a member of Driven or Team Woe, you won't be granted access to the lives. Again, there's no disrespect, but I've let it go on for very long, you know, and at this point in time, I'm taking it as you guys are just, you know, grabbing free information. So we just can't do it that way because everybody else pays for the info, right? So just got to be fair. So if you want to become a Driven member, you just message me, and you know, I'm not going to call anybody out, but you guys know who you are, right? Just feel free, reach out to me if you want. If not, that's fine too, right? But just know that no. I'm talking about if you are part of Driven, period. I don't care who you are. I don't care who your upline is. If it's not me, it's got to be somebody in Driven. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's not you, Jim. Like I said, they know who they are. It's no worries. But yeah, it's been going on since when I was in the other company, and I still let them come. They weren't part of IM either, and I was still letting them just, you know, get the value, get the sauce. But again, we're at the point now where, yeah, there's just no more free sauce, guys. Unfortunately, right? We all pay for it. Now it's only fair for everybody to be a paid member, right? So that's what it is. And actually, you know what? There's only one of you on here right now. One out of the two is on. My bad. I thought they both were here. Only one. So no worries. But just you know, just know that there's no disrespect. I love you just like I loved you before. It's just, you know, it's just what it has to be, guys. So for those, you know, the few that are, if you do want to still, you know, get the sauce, feel free. Just shoot me a message. We'll get you joined and you know, get you rolling. But honestly though, I don't know why you wouldn't want to join Driven. I mean, seriously, it's just the best. I mean, I can't say anything else. Like literally, what Driven is doing is just mind blowing. What Driven is doing is industry shifting. What Driven is doing is literally a game changer for the industry. What Driven is doing is literally going to put all other Forex education programs in the network marketing industry to shame. I mean, I could continue to go on. I could continue of telling you why Driven is that good. Let's not talk about the price point. It's fucking cheap. Guys, we're talking $30,000, $50,000 is what this shit's worth. And you're looking at under $100 a month. Are you kidding me? I mean, sheesh. IM was almost $300 a month, and we all paid that willingly. I mean, it's just a no-brainer, guys. It's a no-brainer. Driven is where it's at. Not to mention the family we have here is amazing. The team we have is absolutely amazing. And we all win, right? We all win. Whether you utilize my calls, whether you utilize one of the masters calls, or if you just utilize the automation. Some of you are only here for automation. I mean, I got to ask you why, but it is what it is. You know, everybody's different, but we have something for everybody here. No matter if you want to learn a skill set, it don't matter if you don't have time to learn it and you just want to take the trades and make money. We have that option. I mean, guys, again, it just there's not a program out there that's you know going to be able to compete. Once Driven is like fully launched, and what I mean by that is when our automation is running, which should be next week, when everything is in play, it's a game over, guys. They can't compete with us. They cannot compete. Kevin is in a really great company. A feeling, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely, Jimmy. I've been in 5 different Forex education programs in the network marketing industry. 5. And there's only 2 of them that even stand a chance. I mean, or there's only 2 of them that, you know, that will last, I should say. Some of them have already gone bye-bye. They shit the bed. And those 2 that will last are IM and Driven. But there's only one that will be number 1. And in my opinion, that will be Driven. I saw that, Brian. Detroit missed the field goal. Hey, Detroit missed the field goal.
Good for them.
So now Pittsburgh got a chance.
Yay.
Unless or did we score first? Was that game over? No, that just means that's our ball, right? They missed their chance. Now we get ours. Defense come through again, huh, Brian? I tell you what, man, we got one of the best defenses out there. I mean, when they're playing, lights out, look out, because the
Yeah,
steel
but you don't
curtain.
have Ben in there.
Well, true. We don't have Ben. Just think about it. We're doing this well. No, I wouldn't say we're doing well, but if Ben was in there, this would have been a blowout. But he supposedly, we already know, guys, about COVID, so we know he doesn't have COVID, but that was the word. All right.
Oh, wow, 2nd and 23 on Detroit 32.
Detroit sucks. Hey, yeah. Well, they haven't maybe this year. They actually, you guys were okay until you got rid of your best player. You guys traded him away. Why? I guess you didn't have the money to pay him. Telling you, I don't know. Uh-oh, Detroit got the ball again, which means Steelers didn't do shit with their chance.
You know what? You're down to under 2 minutes too.
Yeah, that's what they said. There's a minute. There's 2:25 left. Brian said. Yeah, then Kev, I was very blessed that this is my first that I ever. Oh, this was your first one, Jim? Okay. Well, hell, you picked a good one. I'll tell you that. I wish I could enjoy it. It's not on my TV.
They
But
should have kept the dude that did good for us
Yeah.
last year
Yeah,
instead of keeping Mason Rudolph.
I know. Everybody hates him. I can't believe how many people hate him.
oh, he's no good.
I know.
It's not that we
guys
hate him.
made
It's
us,
just
like,
do
man.
something. But yeah. So guys, I like I say, I I don't know how many were on the YouTube live, if any. My YouTube channel's not, have no crazy following, but I'm sure people snuck in there and was listening to what we were saying. So, but yeah, in a nutshell, that's it. I posted that video that my mom sent for you guys to watch. That's going to give you the pretty much gist, right? I'll post it one more time in case you missed it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it.